Hello.
Hi.
And welcome to the Drummergy Podcast, episode 146 on this fine September 30th.
You've done a lot of those.
Yeah.
I have 140. I always say it wrong.
146.
146. You're not supposed to say and between the 100 and the next number, are you?
Yes.
Who said that?
What?
You can do either or, Fred.
Nobody asked you, producer. Nobody asked you, Mrs. Fisher. I'm asking my buddy Scott. Scott Elliott is here today.
Hola.
Hola. It's really impossible to get around any of my midline brothers and not just blah. It's so much remember wins and just our relationship is so deep. It's crazy cool. I get all excited. I didn't even sleep hardly last night. Did you sleep?
I got 4 hours, I think. By the time
Oh, geez.
I was like, Scott's coming over. I'm gonna have fun, and it's like doing a gig, sort of.
I've never done this before, like podcast stuff. So,
yeah. Well, welcome.
Yeah.
All you got to do is talk. That's it. Just talk. So Scott, I always start these things with the goofy holiday of the day. And sometimes they're absolutely ridiculous, and sometimes they're kind of cool, and then sometimes they're kind of like, really? And so here we go. You ready?
Holiday of the day.
It's National Chewing Gum Day.
Okay.
Oh,
Hubba
maybe
bubba.
that's why Jude wanted me to buy it.
Did you do the bubblegum thing as a kid? See how big you can envelop your face in a broken
Hubba
piece
bubba,
of gum?
you could do that. I remember eating that.
Bubblicious.
No, I like that. Remember the tiger stripe one that lasted flavor was like for 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was
And Big League Chew.
And Double Mint.
Big League Chew. So with Double Mint,
Mhm.
I used to see the blonde Double Mint twins in those commercials, and so I had like 3 different kind of girls I was going to marry when I grow up. One was either a solid gold dancer,
Oh, wow.
or one of the twins from the Spearmint Gum commercial.
Did you know? I think the twins from Spearmint Gum commercial is Katie Seagal from Married with Children and Sons of Anarchy. It's her sisters.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah,
read
their
that a
last
while
name
ago.
is Seagal, I think.
Wow, I didn't
Weren't
know
they
that.
also
I
weren't
did
they
not
also
know
the
that.
same girls that were in Double Trouble?
That I don't remember. I remember that TV show though.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but those are her sisters.
Brian Albert's here. Good morning,
There was
Brian.
a rumor
B-Rye.
that the janitor at Bora was their dad.
What?
Yeah.
Like the actor?
No, their real dad.
Oh.
I don't know if that's true, but that was the rumor going around.
Her
Well,
and
there's always a rumor.
Katie
And then-
Seagal has a house up in where I live in Bellevue.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Her and Kurt Sutter. That'd be cool to meet him. But yeah.
See, we could just talk about gum and see where that conversation
Yeah.
goes.
Goes to Kurt Sutter.
That's right. It is National Love People Day.
I love you.
That's debatable.
It's debatable. What?
It's National Love People. And I didn't know that there was a holiday for this, but I should have known. Today, are you ready? It's International Podcast Day.
No way.
It is way.
That's why I'm here.
That's right.
That's
I
fine,
wanted
yeah.
to celebrate by having Scott Elliott,
The person
on the
who doesn't
show,
like
on
to
the
talk.
Drummergy Podcast.
You're making me talk.
You like to talk. You talk fine.
I talk okay.
So John Pisano was here, the drummer for Jukebox, a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of that.
Alpies.
And he had this new van, and we opened it all up, and in the back I'm like, that's where Scott would always be, huddled up in the very back of the van in your own little cocoon of silence and
I just think
headphones.
it was better to pick your spot than fight for one.
Yeah.
So it was easier to get in the back. I could read books
Yeah.
Yeah.
and hide. And then when we got to the hotel, I picked a corner so everybody else could fight over the beds.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody was really fighting over who was driving.
No, that'd be you.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't allowed because I got to pull the trailer once, and that the highway turned into a 1 lane, and I'd never driven a trailer before. It would lasted for like 15 miles, and I scared the crap out of all you guys.
Oh yeah, we were all gonna die.
So I never had to drive anymore. I was co-pilot though
You were co-pilot. You were co-pilot.
after the game.
Anthony's here. Morning donkeys.
Did you
Anthony,
did you ever drive the motorhome?
me?
Mhm.
Yeah, but mostly co-pilot because I'm half blind. So
Oh yeah.
and I'd stay up with Fred while everybody else was
Well,
sleeping.
Tony did quite a bit too.
Yeah.
When we had the motorhome, he'd make coffee in the middle of the night as I was driving. Other than its constant mechanical failures, it was fun.
What was that
It was a fun
coming
ride.
back from LA when we go play, driving through Mono Lake and Bishop. I remember
That was with the
we always wanted to
van.
see a UFO. We never saw one.
We never saw a UFO.
Oh.
You saw a UFO once, you said.
I don't know if I you
On
know,
Hill Road?
Yes, it kind of freaked me out because I would always, you hear these ridiculous stories about UFOs and whatever, and I swear I was driving on Hill Road, leaving practice, and I saw something in the sky that I really couldn't explain, and it was like the typical thing that you see like
The
on
zigzag thing. Right?
yeah, Unsolved Mysteries or whatever.
Yeah.
And I felt like, when you get all the goosebumps, like your hair's like, did I just see what I thought I saw?
Well, what did it
And
look like?
This
Was it
light that came down and it like sort of hovered and then it went like, vroom. And I was like, no, maybe.
Maybe
I
it was
don't
just
know.
like a weird reflection on
And
the
then
windshield.
that moment consumed me for several days.
I remember. It freaked you out a little
It
bit.
freaked me out a little. It freaked me out a lot.
Yeah. But no, we used to try to spot anything.
Yeah.
Keep you awake. It was
Pe-
fun.
Pick up the grays as you're crossing through Nevada somewhere.
Yeah.
Just they're out there with their 12 thumbs.
Yep. No, I love traveling. That was touring was fun.
Oh yeah.
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 Mm.
I have a lot of fond memories of going anywhere and everywhere. And there was Scott Elliott.
We went everywhere. Never made it to New York or Florida,
No.
but we made it to Wisconsin.
We did. In Michigan. No?
Yeah,
No,
Wisconsin.
the
Minneapolis.
rave.
Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking with Jeff Abercrombie when he was here. Wasn't that him that we were talking about, the rave?
Oh yeah.
The haunted.
Yes.
So
Place is
you got
haunted.
to experience that, Scott, right?
Oh yeah.
So-
No, we played. Was that Baltimore? No,
The rave.
Yeah, where was that?
In Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Serial killer capital. I remember that.
Isn't
Whoa.
this look that up,
I
producers?
think Donner was from there and Gacy and all.
How would you know all that?
Because I like weird crime stuff.
Me too.
I could be wrong though, but anyway, yeah, this place called the Rave. That place was huge too,
Yeah.
and it was supposedly haunted.
Yeah.
And remember the security guys?
Yeah.
They said like gave us, right, here's what you're gonna do. Sound checks this or that, but do not
Touch the chairs.
touch the stools.
Oh, the
They're
stools.
stools. I
They
told you
were
they were
in a perfect line, and they said they don't like that.
Right.
Who's they?
You know,
And then the drummer Saliva
Yeah.
called BS and started
kicking
moving
them all around.
moved the stools around. And then when Saliva started playing a song in,
Yeah.
whole power went out in the building for
Yeah.
like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And the drummer sitting by the back door going, I shouldn't have touched the stools, man. It was so funny. But I was
true.
doing laundry at a laundromat in Boise, and the drummer, a Yellow Card,
Mhm.
came in there. I started talking to him, and he had just played there.
Oh.
I go, dude, that place is haunted. And he's
Yeah.
like, I know. Because they went in some room and the door slammed and they couldn't get out for a half hour. He goes, we were locked in that room
Man.
for like a half hour. go,
I think I would have had a heart
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah. It was.
it was vibey. And then all our pictures had like these orbs.
Oh yeah, they
Remember
did,
that?
didn't they?
It was weird.
Yeah.
What?
These weird little circle
Yeah.
orb things, and
Like every
all
picture.
all the pictures have this weird
Like
little.
what? But you guys
glow
didn't
thing.
have picture phones back then, did you? Camera phones?
No. This
So
was
what were the
this was
pictures?
Probably disposables or something we
Oh,
carried on
wow.
the road just to take pictures.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
it was a Jaeger tour and we were
Yeah.
obviously sponsored by Jaeger. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
I didn't drink on that tour though.
You didn't?
Nope.
I didn't either.
I didn't at all. Me and Corey
You got
From,
scared clean.
Lowry.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't drinking either. But yeah.
What was the name of the band he was in?
Stereo Mud, I think.
Oh, I remember that name.
Wasn't it Stereo Mud?
Maybe.
He's a nice guy.
He's a
He was
super nice guy.
Stupid talented.
Yeah.
He's in Seether now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was also the tour with Breaking Benjamin, and they were kind of a new thing on the scene too.
They were smart though. They did business. They hung out in their bus. They did the show. They crushed it. And
Yeah.
Stayed. Yeah.
Not us.
No.
Not us.
No.
No.
We played our set and ended up at the strip club across the street, if I remember right.
I didn't go there.
Those were the. Oh yeah, Mary Fred did not go there.
Anthony says yes, it was Stereo Mud.
Stereo
Yeah.
Mud. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, There was all sorts of crazy stuff that happened when we were in Chicago,
Oh yeah.
and we parked our trailer up against the tree. And the cops watched our stuff all night.
No, they came and knocked on our hotel room window.
I think Stymie,
And they
did
said
Stymie see them first?
I think so. They're like,
Oh,
any
there's
of your
cops
guys
out
in
there.
that motorhome outside? Like, no. And they go, good, because they'll be dead by morning.
Right.
Oh.
They'll be murdered.
Yeah. And if I remember right, when we got in the room, seriously, wasn't there like some wishbone hanging over the sink? And there was
Okay.
there was like
What?
blood in the sink or something. It was freaky. And like the hotel had been set on fire,
So
and they were
Did I book
remodeling
this
it.
hotel?
No,
maybe.
Oh.
the Vagabond Inn, Chicago, Illinois.
The bag. Seriously, is that what it was
We
called?
Those were California chains. I don't remember. It was
Oh.
that kind of thing. No.
I did book you in
Sonny's
the
here,
Millwood
too.
Inn in California.
Hey, Sonny.
Was that the same hotel room? Like it happened like 2 or 3 times in a row. Like somebody set their beer down and it just mysteriously just went across the table.
That
like
was in Spokane.
That was in Spokane.
Yeah. It freaked
We had some-
Anthony out.
We had some weird ghosty things
Yeah.
happen here
Yeah.
and there.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that happen. I was like, what? And I was like, no. And I set it down and it went,
Yeah, it was like a Ouija table or something.
dude, it was,
Be messing with that juju.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
It was, oh man. How are we alive?
I don't know. I don't know. We got up to some stupid stuff. That's for
They
sure.
just wanted to be friends.
They wanted to be friends.
Mhm.
They succeeded in freaking us out.
But we're still talking about it, so it's a good story.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It is. I do
Oh, man.
remember in the see all these stories are going to go a million different directions, but one of our California tours, I remember this one booking agent, Cindy Keats, because she always had a problem with me.
Didn't we make her talk like a dolphin or something?
Oh.
She was in love
Maybe.
with. She was in love with the guy from Iris, who's the Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh,
She kept trying to tell Anthony you need to be more like Johnny Resnick or something. I remember that.
she was good at booking, but she was
Yeah, she was.
wacky kind of to deal with. But I remember one of the hotel rooms we stayed in, like the whole room next to us or wing of that hotel was all burned.
That's what I was thinking. That wasn't Chicago. then.
No,
Okay.
but
I was-
Chicago was a mess too.
Yeah. No, but I remember the burnt hallway and like we were the only room at the end of the.
Yep.
Yeah.
These guys are in a band. We're gonna put them over by the dumpster.
Pretty smart.
If
Pretty
they're gonna
smart.
trash the room anyway, might as well put it next to all the rooms that are trashed, right?
We never got that. right.
No,
I don't think.
no.
We did chalk outlines of Anthony laying on the floor out with gaff tape several times. I decorated many hotel pictures.
Oh yeah, with Sharpies go around and
Yeah.
put mustaches on the people in the
and mohawks
pictures.
on eagles flying through the
That's
room.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Jackasses. It was fun though.
That was fun. That was all good stuff.
Touring.
Touring. We got more of those stories coming up. So, as people are tuning in here, we do want to mention that there's a remembrance show on Friday
Yeah.
for our beloved bass player Stymie.
Hairball.
Yeah.
I
I think most people know by now, but if you're watching this, Stymie had passed away the beginning of August,
yeah.
like August 8th or 9th, one of those days.
I was up in
Probably the
McCall, Idaho with my family. And Anthony called me at like 10:30. I mean, it was a Friday. When he
Mhm,
called
yeah.
me
Yeah.
and told me that Stymie had passed away. And
Yeah.
what do you do with that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I
We were in Indy.
Yeah, I was in Indianapolis,
Oh,
and,
that's
and
right.
I was at, I was in this high-rise building downtown talking to lawyers, still trying to figure out my leg accident
yeah.
garbage, and my phone rang several times. It was Anthony. Normally, he wouldn't just repeatedly call me,
Well, that's what I
right?
saw he was calling me. That was like, yeah, something's off.
Yeah, and so I couldn't take the call, and he's like, "Call me as soon as you're done." And so I got back out and called him like, "Hey, dude, what's up?" He's like, "Stymie died," and
Yeah.
I'm like, You might as well told me marshmallows were on sale at Albertsons or something. It
yeah.
was like it didn't register at all that what he had told me. And I was getting ready to head back to the Lucas Oil Stadium for drum corps stuff, and I was like, when you start compartmentalizing all your knowledge,
Yeah.
and your emotions, and like, what do I do with this?
I don't know what you do with that. I think you just got to feel it.
Yeah.
you
At that
know?
moment, I had to like set that information aside for a moment
Sure.
and go and watch Ian perform, and I wasn't telling anybody, and I told Mary like after the
In the
performance
parking lot,
we were back out there, and I was like still just trying to like even register for me that he was gone.
No, it doesn't make sense.
And then when I was sitting in the stadium later that day, I started seeing things pop up on Facebook and stuff like Rip Stymie, and it was like that's when it got really heavy for me. I was like almost shaking.
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah. I still don't know what to do.
You remember him, you love him, and you love on his family and each other.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get emotional about it, but it's heavy.
It is.
It's weird losing a friend.
Yeah.
Because like I know my grandma was gonna die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of expect maybe your parents will outlive you too, but not your brother.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
weird. It's like Midline had a manager, for people who don't know. His name was Wheeze. And he was awesome. And he was the fifth Beatle at that time, you know. And same thing. When Anthony called me and said Wheeze passed away, and I said, you're not supposed to lose your friends or your brothers. It's a weird thing. I mean, I understand that's not realistic, but
I remember I remember exactly where I was when you called and told me that Wheeze died.
Yeah,
I remember exactly right where, because I was working for Latham Landscaping mowing lawns.
Oh,
and
wow. Has it been that long?
I was at the Boulder Creek subdivision, and I could tell you exactly what tree I was standing next to, and my phone rang, and it was you. And you said, "Dude, I got good news and bad news."
Yep, that was a weird day.
It was a really weird day, and you said,
probably told you Wheeze first.
I think you said, "What do you want to hear first?" And I said the bad news, and you said that Wheeze had died.
Yeah,
and I was like, the same kind of thing. Like, I don't even know what to do with that. And then I'm like, "What's the good news?" You're like, record label stuff. And I was like, "What?"
No, right? Like after Anthony told me Wheeze died, his sister Suzanne, I love dearly, she called me and told me too. And then half hour after, I got a call from the label.
Yeah.
Like, and I told the guy, like, dude, you called me on the weirdest day ever, and I was trying not to cry, you know.
Yeah.
But I was just pictured Wheeze getting up to God, going, "Hey, you need to help these cats now."
Yes.
But
no,
but Stymie. I mean, I played music with Stymie. So did you, for a better part of 25, 30 years.
I was in the band with him for 24 years.
Yeah. And then Karen.
Yeah. So you
Comes
had
Killing. We started that together.
Yeah. I would think you're closer to playing with him for 30 years.
Yeah. I mean, I don't,
with everything
we
you
wrote
guys
so
did.
many riffs and songs.
Yeah.
And not to take away from what you've done. I mean, we did with together, but.
Oh, no, not at all.
It was shocking when he was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, people want to know, like, what happened, and I think it's some of it's genuine concern, and other of it's curiosity, like,
sure.
because I mean,
there isn't one thing though.
Right.
He was in poor health and he passed away. That's the simplest answer you can give.
I know when you left the band, and then he left shortly after. Like, I think he left in December, and then he was gone by the spring or late winter or whatever.
I'm the worst with remembering dates and stuff.
And
it's COVID. I remember that.
Oh yeah, that
was during COVID.
That was life-changing in so many ways for so many people. Like deciding like where they want to focus attention. And I think I've made it pretty clear over when somebody says they're going to leave the band, because I've done that too.
Sure.
And like there wasn't like this major blow up hatred thing.
Why would
there
that
was
have
like
to be?
not, I mean, okay. Nobody was excited that you're leaving the band. So there's that.
Sure.
There's that component, right? But it wasn't like I hate Scott.
Right.
You know, I
No, it wasn't a fight. It wasn't a blow up. It was
you expressed your feelings and you were going to focus your attention with Karen and so then you start kind of reevaluating, well, now what do we do next or whatever. And then Stymie left shortly after that. But when Stymie left Karen, I messaged him and I'm like, dude, I don't know what's happening, but it seems weird that you're not in a band, kind of a deal.
I said the same thing.
And he told me that his health was bad.
Yeah.
And that he couldn't function really as far as that goes.
He was health, and then him and I got into it, to be completely honest.
Well, who doesn't get into it a little bit?
In a bad way.
Okay.
Like after a show, he was sick, and we made up after that because we're brothers and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that he left shortly after that, and I don't want to talk. I love him so much, and he just wasn't taking care of himself, and he obviously had some health stuff. He had long haul COVID and his heart stuff, and and you gotta take care of yourself, man.
I know. Me definitely.
Too, you know?
Well, I remember when he had that second heart surgery. What was that, in his 30s? Do you remember when that was? I just remember then.
I want to say it was like early 2000s.
Yeah,
it was before
he had open heart surgery. I remember we went and saw him.
I didn't go with you.
You didn't?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I went in there and they had him so pumped full of fluids.
Yeah,
his head looked like a basket. I mean,
oh my gosh,
he wanted me to take pictures of him in the hospital for the album that we were to put in the liner notes. I saw him. I was like,
that's not going.
No.
I just remember, like, when he was telling us about needing that surgery, he kind of indicated that it wasn't something he could keep doing. Like, I don't know. I just remember getting the impression like this is the last time he could have the surgery like this, and then that's it. Like if it failed, then that's.
Well, he had 2 valve replacements in that surgery.
2 or 3, yeah. I can't remember.
So he was, yeah.
But at that point, I always kind of thought that we probably weren't gonna have him like.
No, but God bless him. 10 days later, he was playing a show.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, it was like within a couple of weeks he was playing. We played a show.
I don't remember.
Dude, back then they had to crack you open.
Yeah.
I remember the last show that we played before that because we did like a short stint of. Yeah, we were playing Thursday nights at Hannah's.
I remember hugging him, going.
It was so weird.
It was
weird.
like you're not saying like it was open heart surgery and we're all freaked out, but
yeah, like this could. It's gonna be. We're all saying
it's gonna be fine,
you know. But you have that thing in the back of your mind. It's like, is this the last time I get on stage with this guy?
Yeah,
kind of a deal. It was.
He was so gifted.
Yeah, he was.
Serious. I know people say that like when people pass away, but he was one of the most talented bass players I've ever.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
It's okay.
And he was such a perfectionist too. Like you just didn't hear him screw up. Well, I didn't.
No, his whole point with playing shows is we gotta be tight. We gotta be tight.
Yeah.
You know, that's always been a thing with Midline. That's always been a thing with Karen.
Yeah.
And he's part of that.
I've played with a lot of bass players and I've been very fortunate to play with so many like unbelievably gifted musicians.
Me too.
But Stymie in particular, never ever made mistakes playing.
No,
ever. If anybody else in the band did, he'd be like,
yeah. He kept you on your toes.
I would do something and his head would turn over and look at me like, really? And I'd look back at him and he'd go, oh. He makes his face, the face.
Yeah, that face.
Oh. And it's just like, if you're a drummer or a bass player, you know that musical relationship with bass and drums is so crucial.
Right.
And when everything's locked in, it's just like,
it's awesome.
It's just like
that analogy of we're an oiled machine is true.
Yeah.
Because I've had those moments with Midline, like coming off tour and coming back playing here and just going, yeah, we're crushing it.
Yeah.
Like, not because we're the best band in the world. It's just that we've been working.
Well, when you do something that frequently, repeatedly over and over and over and over, if you don't get better, there's something seriously
you're
wrong
doing
with your
something
band.
wrong.
Right.
Seriously wrong with
Yeah.
your band.
That's what we always got. I always thought the writing got better, the songs got better.
Yeah.
That's the goal, and keep going. Same with Karen. It's just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Well, so when I tell people this, I tell my students this frequently because they kind of get into the midline thing, like, well, I told Anthony last night, I said, I'll have new students come and their parents are with them or whatever. And they start looking around, like looking at the pictures, and then they look at me and then they look at the picture and they're like, they go, wait, you're the drummer for Midline? I'm like, yeah, dude, we used to go see you at Bogies all the time or wherever. We saw you with Motley Crue and these kind of things. And one dad looked at his son and he goes, this guy's famous. I'm like, well, I don't know about that, but
Famous.
Yeah.
But I really think that even before I was ever in the band, to watch Midline play was like, there's something different about those guys.
How long?
That work ethic was
What year
just
did you join the band?
94.
94.
And we started in 90. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been 35 years.
You're old.
So are you.
30.
Anthony and I started Midline. I was 19 and he was 18.
Yeah.
He just graduated high school.
Did you guys meet in high school?
Yeah.
I know the answer to these questions. But...
Right. A buddy of mine named Mike Bernard back in high school said, you got to meet this guy, Anthony. He loves Kiss like you do. I was like, cool. So he came over to Mike's girlfriend's house and we hung out and talked about Kiss and stuff. And then and Anthony, you have to correct me because my brain's got holes in it. But
Brain's got holes in it.
He invited me over because he was jamming with a guy named Troy Munkers, who was a drummer.
Man, these names I have not heard in so long.
I was thinking about it last night because I knew this would probably come up. And then they had a guitar player who was awesome, like a friend of I knew him. I went to high school with him, junior high with him and all that. And so Anthony said, yeah, may I be working out with him, so come over and jam. So I did the worst thing in the world. Number one, I showed up with my girlfriend. And number two, I didn't bring my guitar because I thought this would just be like a meeting thing.
What better way to audition by
I
bringing your girlfriend and no guitar?
Wow.
And I still got the gig. That's awesome. No, but I went in there and Anthony had been writing all these songs, and that's what I wanted to do was write songs.
Yeah.
So I was just enamored that he could, that he was doing that and that this is cool.
Yeah.
And so we started jamming immediately, and then figured out pretty quick we needed a different drummer. And so we got Ryan Anderson, who's a staple of Boise music scene. I love that guy so much.
Yeah.
He was 16 or 17.
Oh, wow.
And he became our drummer, and then we got a singer and a bass player, and we had our first band called White House.
Yeah.
Worst name in the world. Was not political. I thought because Jimi Hendrix had that blues song, the Red House. Red House over yonder. Anyway, so White House,
Yeah.
So we called it White House, and that lasted, I don't even know, maybe a year or so. And the only thing we did was we did the Boise High talent show.
Okay.
And killed it. But we did. I hid in the corner. Anthony was loud and proud up front. And then after that broke up, we met our drummer John Conley, and I also love to this day. He's my favorite human beings. But
he just lives down the street from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right on. Hey, Johnny. But we started writing songs, and then we did this thing because we were all Kiss fans. We said Kiss was on tour with, I think it was Slaughter and Winger.
Yeah, I saw that tour.
And we told everybody, yep, we're gonna be the biggest band in Boise, and to prove it, we're gonna meet Kiss, and we're gonna meet Kiss in Salt Lake. We had no tickets, no nothing. We drove to Salt Lake. Sure enough, we met Rod Morgenstein from Winger, right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then he put us on the show for Boise. So, and then we met Kiss at the airport. And so
What?
we came back saying, we can do anything. We did what we said we are going to do.
Yeah.
That's how I remember it. And that was September 3rd. So that's always been kind of the day Midline started.
Okay.
September 3rd,
That was the day we met
3rd.
Kiss.
35 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
This month.
I can't remember what I was doing September 3rd. I just know I was in college in Virginia.
Yeah, no, it was definitely September 3rd because that's always
Oh.
been a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, and
Well,
then
there's a
that was-
date. We
that was
gotta
the
remember
birth
that
of-
date.
of Midline.
Yeah. I've seen the pictures of you guys meeting Kiss and meeting the guys in Winger, and
That's
I
awesome.
think that's even some pictures with the guys in Slaughter, and
Yeah.
and
Gene Simmons' first thing he asked me at the airport was, "How'd you know we were here?" He was such a jerk.
did you have an answer for him?
I don't remember what I said. I stammered probably.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
How'd you know we were here? I
He
could
was-
smell you a mile
I met
away.
that guy twice. I met him with Alf too, and God bless him, but he is just not a happy human being.
I
Or
wonder if he's
something.
different now. I've seen
Maybe.
interviews with Gene Simmons, like with Dan. Dan Rather had. Did you watch the Gene Simmons interview with Dan Rather? Oh, it's so good. And his one with Billy Corgan's pretty good too.
Yeah.
And I don't say that to say like I know Gene Simmons.
No,
or
I know.
something,
I
but
know.
yeah,
That was your experience.
that was my experience.
So I had toured with the band from Michigan for a few months, not long after Mary and I got married. And the singer we had, Tim Prisk, was telling a story about meeting Gene Simmons or trying to meet Gene Simmons. And he had his Kiss lunchbox from when he was a kid.
Aw.
And he was trying to get it autographed.
Yeah.
And Gene wouldn't have anything to do with him or whatever. And I think as
Aw.
he was walking away, he was like, screw you. I bought every Kiss thing and blah, blah, blah. And you've
That's
been a
what
hero.
Alf said too.
You've been a hero of mine for so long. And he took the lunchbox and hucked it and walked away. And Gene Simmons saw that and went and picked it up and signed it for him and took pictures and stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
But he had to like
No, I had my Kiss,
go off on
my-
him
the
first.
first record I ever bought was Kiss Alive 1 when I was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
I still had it on my wall, and I had that with me. And I asked Gene Simmons if he'd sign it. He goes, "Let's sign and walk and sign." I was like, "Okay." And he's signing it, and I got all excited. I'm like, "Do you think Paul signed it?" And he just looked at me. He goes, "I don't know. I'm not a crystal ball." And I just went, "Okay." I was gonna chase it after Paul.
What a
Paul signed it, and then
Oh my god.
their drummer at the time, Eric Carr, he hung out with us for like 10 minutes. He was like the nicest guy
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
Like, they were all sitting in it was a Red Lion hotel van in front of the airport.
Okay.
They were
Yeah.
all sitting in it. We took a picture of him sitting while we're talking to Eric Carr. And he kept going, "Yeah, it's all right." And he's hanging out with us. It was pretty cool.
Well, the band ended up working with Bill Aucoin, who was Kiss's manager.
Yeah, we did.
And we got all kinds of stories about Kiss. But I remember Bill telling us that Eric Carr would like go into the arena early while everybody was setting up and hang out.
Killer drummer.
And oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then like he would hang out like after the show when the rest of the band would be
I believe it.
kind of doing more of the rock star thing. He was the
Yeah.
down to earth guy hanging
He
out.
was super nice to us, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
He redeemed our conversations with Simmons.
Wasn't Bruce Kulick playing guitar for that tour?
Yes.
Yeah. So I met Bruce Kulick and Reb Beach behind the pavilion
Right on.
on that tour. And Mark Slaughter,
I met
those three.
Rod Morgenstein, also a killer drummer.
Oh yeah.
Left-handed guy, right? If I
Yep.
remember right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He was awesome. He was super nice. He got us passes, and it was
That's
pretty cool.
incredible that
Well, it kicked off our band. Like,
Yeah.
we told everybody we were going to do this,
And then he
stupid
did
thing,
it.
and then it happened. It's
Yeah.
like, we could do anything.
Okay, Scott, I'm trying to remember this. Justin Arthur's here. Good morning, boys. Rest
Justin,
in peace,
Justin.
Stymie, Seal at 6 p.m. Oh, so the show.
Friday.
Sorry, come back to. I'll
This
come back to
Friday.
my question. The show's this Friday at the Revolution Concert House.
Yep. It's a celebration of Stymie's life and
Yeah.
music, and
No charge to get in.
free.
Yep,
All ages.
All,
all
ages.
ages. Yeah,
Full
And
bar
it's-
with ID, whole bit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a gig, but it kind
right.
of,
It's so that's a
weird.
weird.
because you don't want to, I don't want to promote it like, this is a show, we're going to blah, blah, blah.
Right,
you know?
right. It's a
Right.
different the whole.
But he would kind of want that. So I don't know. It's weird, but
Yeah,
he's been a part of Boise music scene for 30 years.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
played in 3 bands with him, you know. So we're
Yeah.
going to celebrate all the music he's written with all his bands.
Well,
Yeah.
Brian Denny's band's gonna open first. A War in Me.
and they're going to play some Yuxote.
Okay.
Maybe they're not
Uh-huh.
doing Yuxote, but the old singer from Yuxote, which is Stymie and Brian Denny's band,
Yeah.
he's flying out. and it's gonna
Okay.
sing a couple of songs,
Oh.
And Midline's playing, and you're gonna get on stage with us,
which is so awesome.
yeah. And then Karen's gonna play.
Yep.
And then the
And then
Priest tribute
is gonna,
band.
lighten things up a little bit. You
Yeah.
know?
And Tim Allen's the drummer for that.
Yep.
And Tim had been in Midline for a little while.
Yeah. Was that?
That's the
before
damage.
you.
That was in between me and me.
Is
Okay.
that
Oh, that's right. That's right.
is that the band? Is James in that band?
Yeah, James
is in that?
Lancaster's doing double duty.
Yeah,
He's a
because
singer, right? He sings in that, right?
Yep. He's doing Halford. No, I saw
Yeah,
him play
that's
it
right.
down at Realms.
Oh, okay.
Boise. Yeah.
I couldn't really remember what
He's a
James's
talented
role.
cat,
Oh
man.
my gosh.
I feel like we
Like, for
saw
real.
them.
James is the bass player for Midline now, and that story's been told. But I was thinking of James as a guitar player,
Yeah.
and when we were trying to find a bass player, it was like, oh. I do have this other question I want to ask you, so I don't want to forget. But so Alf had played bass when I was first in the band, and Alf is a monster bass player.
Yeah.
And that's like the way that Alf plays is not like easy to replicate. And then Stymie came in to the band, and
Well,
that was
they're
even
two different-
more
they're
like
two different musicians too.
they are, but there's a similarity there. Like I think part of the Midline sound is like, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but it's almost like the role of guitar and bass are sort of reversed in Midline.
I
Like,
agree with that.
like the bass has more of like
Leady.
the leading melodic sort of thing, and the guitar is more rhythm and percussive kind of instrument in the band. Does that make
Color.
sense? It's color.
It's color.
You're always colors are like paint.
Tones are like paint.
tones are like paint.
That's Anthony's
Oh yeah,
line.
Anthony, remind me to kick you in the shins on that one again. That was a moment.
Tones are like paint. Yeah.
Yeah. But so when Stymie left the band, because it was me and JB and Anthony at this point, and we just kept plugging away, like, what we actually kind of came to this point, like, do we keep working on this or not? And Mary would be in here and we'd be yelling in the mics, turn up the bass.
Yeah.
And it'd just always be in,
Yeah.
I need more bass in my ears.
That was good chat. If only I could get some more bass
Just
in my
fucking
ears.
Can you turn up the bass? Like, this was a running thing for a long time, right? To
Yeah, a
turn up
long
the bass.
time.
And what did Anthony post?
Can't hear the bloody bass.
What is that? A banana?
He's going like this.
Oh,
Chimanacula.
yeah,
It's an Italian thing.
that's
huh?
right. We didn't want to announce to the public necessarily that we needed a bass player.
Sure.
We didn't want to do like the cattle call thing. There was a handful of people that I reached out to. One was Shane Horsley,
Uh-huh.
and Shane came over and he's like, I don't even know what to do with whatever. And he's like, man, and
He's a songwriter.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a talented cat too.
I messaged Jamie Vink, and Jamie at the time
Jamie's awesome.
wasn't. I don't know. Just didn't. I don't remember the situation, Jamie.
Wasn't he in Jukebox?
Yeah.
I think he was.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
probably didn't have the time to put it.
Well, whatever it was,
I don't
and Jamie came not too long ago. Jamie was like, I think I made a mistake, kind of a thing. There was some other bass players I had reached out to and sent them 2 or 3 songs to learn, and they're like, I can do it, but I have to simplify the parts. And I'm like, you're not the guy,
Yeah.
right? Like you can't,
Yeah.
we
You mean
can't.
you can't.
There's
do it.
no stripping away of this thing.
But these
and-
are pots.
So I was just kind of offhandedly mentioning it to James, and James was sitting right on the floor in that room right there, and goes, I can play bass.
I think I can do anything.
I'm
I
like,
know.
what?
The funny thing is, he considers himself a drummer.
Yeah,
Really?
which I've never heard him play drums.
I believe it. If he says he can do it, I wouldn't bet against it.
I think someday I'm going to let him. I'm going to convince him to blindfold him, and I'm going to spin him around a circle a whole bunch of times, and I'm going to set him down at the drum set. I'm like, all right, buddy,
Just
see what
slap
you
him.
can
I
do.
can picture you playing bass.
Grab an instrument, play something.
Get it, Fred.
I know how to carry a bass, but I can't play a bass. I know how to move a bass cabinet. Here, load that. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you, but I can't play. Oh, there's Jamie.
Hey,
I
Jamie.
totally regret not taking that gig.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in Jukebox at the time. Mike Davis. My first midline show was
Mikey,
Stymie's first
Mikey.
gig in the band. River,
River
Festival on 8th
Festival.
Street. Wow.
I miss River Festival.
That was the first show with Stymie?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
on 8th Street.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was that the year that we saw? Was that Brett?
Poison?
No.
We saw Poison there, but I don't know if it was the same year or not.
I mean,
wasn't
there
it?
was a bunch of people though. I remember that.
Yeah.
Like 15, 20,000 people walking around. It was.
We saw the
Poison
singer.
River
I can't remember if it
Festival,
was the
I missed
singer.
that thing.
It was cool.
I can't remember if it was the singer for Motley Crue or the singer for Poison we saw on that stage.
It was Poison.
It was Poison.
It was not just. It wasn't Bret Michaels' band. It was Poison.
But I remember seeing somebody that was just the singer. No,
I don't know. It wasn't Bret Michaels though. It was Poison.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Stymie's first show.
But why am I spacing the singer's name for Motley Crue?
Vince Neil.
Yeah. That's who I thought that we saw him as a solo act.
James Harrison says James Lancaster considers himself a closet drummer.
Yeah.
James Harrison, there's a drummer for you. Huh?
Yeah. Ant says, yes, that was our first show with Stymie and Tim Allen.
Oh yeah.
Eddie Money played that stage, says Mike Davis. I remember seeing Eddie
Oh.
Money there. Didn't we do lights for that?
Probably.
And that was when 8th Street was still, people were getting on the roof of the building.
Yeah. No, it was.
And
it was,
roofs
like,
of people's cars and things.
Yeah.
It was
There was
a
a
little
lot
bit
of-
of
there was a lot
chaos
of
going on.
It was a blast.
I remember seeing Blessed Union of Souls there. Do you remember those guys? Oh, they were really good. They
Yeah.
were really popular in like 95, 96.
Again.
They were
holes.
really good.
During that time with me in the band, when I was first in the band, I worked at the airport, and so I would
That hurts.
I would see. That's how I met Candlebox before we opened for them.
Oh man.
That's where I met Blessed Union of Soul.
Mm.
I didn't quite meet Michael Douglas. I saw him.
The actor.
Oh.
Yeah, and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Right on.
I think they were going to Sun Valley or something.
Probably.
And I was down in the garage and I got this panicky phone call from up in the terminal. It says, we need a such and such car and it needs to be perfect. And it's
Great.
like for somebody important. I'm like, okay. So I
All
Dusted
of our
out the Camry.
customers are on.
Yep. I think it was a Nissan
Sprayed
Altima, but
sprayed
yeah,
some orange stuff in
that's
there
right.
and you're good to go.
here, breathe that, whoever you are. And I took the keys in, and as I was leaving, just down the line of cars, they were getting in the car that I just brought up.
I remember when you worked.
I think I left something in the car. Oh, hi.
Yeah. Yeah. Does that smell okay in there? Little treat for you.
Oh my God. You are rancid.
So quick, another Stymie story is like, if you're on the road with dudes, there's some farting that's happening.
Oh, it's a fart box.
Wow. I didn't know we were going there.
And Anthony would always be screaming to roll the windows down, and Stymie would say, "You know, you're just breathing somebody's poop particles."
Poop particles. Do you remember his feet?
How could you not?
Oh my gosh.
Did he have smelly feet?
Well, one time, I think we were in LA or somewhere, and after the show, he passed out in the van.
Oh yeah.
So we just left him in there and went to our hotel rooms.
What?
And came back out the next day, and he had taken his shoes off, and that van stunk so bad. Like, it's funny now, but we were kind of pissed if I remember right. And then we made him go to a car wash and clean it. Do you remember that?
Yes. We would
I took
time.
his shoes and threw him out of the hotel room in the parking lot several times.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
those
God.
things were nasty. We would do these runs to Southern California, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a year, and
Quite a bit,
we'd always end up at the Rainbow.
always.
And you and I had to go find Stymie a few different occasions.
Yeah, and we found him. I
Just
remember
walking down Sunset for who
Well-
knows how long, and
Sunset kind of smells like pee
yeah,
Oh,
everywhere
gross.
you go.
it smells like
But
a urinal.
We found Stymie like
Ew.
in some doorway.
He was
Yeah.
laughing and giggling, like he was
Laughing
hiding
and
from us.
giggling.
I remember him taking a leak, like standing there or something. Yeah. No, but he grew up there.
Right?
Yeah.
Like he was going to the Rainbow when he was like 15.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember when we went the first time? He's like, follow me. Like he owned the place.
Yeah.
And he's walking up the stairs in,
Yeah.
in the back. And he opens like a little tiny window and lights up a cigarette and starts smoking. You couldn't smoke in California at the bars at all.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you can't do. He's like, oh yeah, man.
Oh, this is my place.
This is my place.
Well, we'd always run into Lemmy from Motorhead.
And Stein used to play Ms. Pac-Man with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That little flat Pac-Man machine that was like kind of the back corner. Yeah.
And then we were playing the Viper Room, but we were at the Rainbow hanging out. And he was there. We're like, come to the Viper Room and check us out. He's like, no, because they were playing us over the
they were playing our record
the
and
over the restaurant.
Yeah.
You guys sound pretty good. Well, we're playing the Viper Room. Come see us. No, I hate that fucking place. Sorry for the language, but that's what he said.
Oh my God.
Yeah. David Waters is here.
Dave.
I know that show at the River Festival.
I saw that show. Oh, brother.
I saw that. Well, the kids are going to the bus stop, I think.
Yeah.
Did you say my spawn?
Yeah.
It is my spawn.
Is that him?
I've got a pretty nasty cataract in this eye, and it's like looking through that white umbrella right there. It's bad. I gotta get
my holding up.
I don't know, 5, 6, something. 5 at least. So when I'm trying to read, I have to like really lean in. I was trying to read David's comment.
Dave Waters.
Yeah, I saw that show at the River Festival long before I started playing music.
Yeah, Dave's the original singer of Karen.
Yeah. All right, so I remember my question. I don't know if this is the same story and I have it backwards or if it's two, but you can clear this up for me.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think 2 situations, and I'd like for you to expand on them if you could. One is you and Anthony had this thing of we're doing this.
Right.
Like this dream. And I want to say one was like being at the train depot overlooking Boise, like we're going to own this town kind of thing. And or sitting in the parking lot at BSU looking at the pavilion and saying, we're going to play that arena.
That is true.
Are those 2 separate stories? Or there's
no, it wasn't like one. We used to go to the train depot a lot.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
just park up there and talk about what we were going to do with the band and stuff.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, we're going to rule this town. It was, if we can't win over our hometown, we can't, we'll never be able to do it anywhere. At least that was the mindset.
Sure.
So we're going to be the biggest band in Boise. That was our goal.
Yeah.
We didn't know anybody. But yeah, we used to go up there and just look at the Capitol and like, this is our town.
Right.
We're gonna be a good band here. And it was awesome. But it's motivation. Sure. And then we used to go to go grab Wendy's or whatever and sit in the pavilion parking lot. We're gonna play there someday, man.
Yeah.
And
you did those things.
Praise God, we did. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's awesome that we got to experience those things. I mean, the pavilion was my first arena gig.
Yeah.
Which was, it's not funny, but you'd left the band and then we ended up playing the arena. Well, because it was weird. I remember
was weird.
You were like in row number 4. I remember seeing
I was right up front. Yeah.
And I remember wishing not that Tim wasn't there, that you were there, but that you were a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that was a pretty awesome day.
Todd Dunnigan played that show with you guys.
Did. He played on a song, No Pain, and something else, I think. But yeah, we got Rick Schroeder got us to get a B3 organ hauled in to open up for Queensryche, and he was playing. He played organ. It was awesome.
Yeah. That was still a fun show. That was a weirdness time for us in our relationship during that. But
everything happens for a reason. Though.
Sure. I always thought like, because I kind of get to experience this with some of my drum students. They're so full of life and this passion to play music. And I'm not the guy that sits there going, well, listen to me, kid. This, good luck with that. I'm like, try to encourage them to follow that.
And it's totally different.
Oh, absolutely.
About how you go about things.
Yeah.
Now with social media and blah, blah, blah.
Right. We lived in the realm of passing out flyers and putting them under people's windshield wipers.
There's a lot of people mad. Flyer patrol is a thing.
Yeah. Well, we
put a lot of flyers on cars.
A lot of flyers on cars.
Yeah. And then
We did that.
the
everywhere, though.
downtown
When we
bars
played
would call and say, "Can you come get your trash?"
Yep. But we did that. Like we played Austin. We flyered Austin.
We did.
We flyered everywhere.
Yeah.
So just part of the deal.
Do you remember how horrible those flyers were that Mary made that we took to Austin? They were like blurry. Yeah, you made these flyers that we took to Austin. I have on video somewhere where
Why were they bad?
especially because we had 4 flyers and each flyer was like a person in the band. Like I had my own flyer and you had your own flyer.
I don't remember that at all.
We were doing
That
like the
sounds
Kiss
familiar.
thing.
Oh.
But the one for Anthony, like his face was so washed out, it just looked like this blank circle. And I have this. I made like one of those like flip books where it gets animated,
Yeah.
and I drew all these different faces on Anthony, where he's like,
Why would we have made him like that?
I think that you tried, and it just was it was like, I don't know.
It just didn't.
It was a
translate on
time. It
the
was a
printing.
time crunch deal, and it was like it was just like,
It was
well,
the 1900s.
it was
We made so many trips to Kinko. What was 1900s?
exactly with the 1900s.
Yeah,
That was
what
a
are you gonna
complete
do?
different century.
Gary says he's going to try to make it on Friday. Awesome, Gary.
Glazeman?
No, Tackett.
Oh.
Gary Tackett.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
He's a killer guitar player
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Man.
That's right. You saw us with the Crossroads thing
Yeah.
up in
Haley.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
at the theater there.
Yep.
That was the first show I played with Gary. With that, Gary, I played with Gary one time before that. Cliff had him come and do some solo-y stuff.
Does he play
In a
Brent
pinch.
Mason? No,
I don't know who that is.
guitar player. Anyway,
A
never mind.
national guy or
Yeah,
oh, maybe
I can't
Gary's
remember.
Gary's got a long list of
He's got a resume.
he's got a resume. He's got a
Yeah.
body of work.
No, he can play. He's a killer guitar player.
Yeah.
That was a good show seeing you guys do that. I feel like we were talking about something and then we got like
Oh. Yes. Well, I was talking about you and Anthony had this thing, like this
Oh.
dream. Like we're gonna do this, like just like we're gonna go meet Kiss.
Yeah.
And you went and met Kiss, and then you got passes
You just do it.
from yeah, you just do it.
You just
like
like do it.
we're gonna do this, okay. And then you just figure it out, right? And just go do
Yeah,
it.
but we talked like that back then. Well, probably still now too. Is that
Yeah,
24 hours a day was going to be our focus,
Yeah.
right.
and then nothing was going to, get
Well,
in our
when I
way.
got into the band, we rehearsed 6 nights a week.
Yep.
Sometimes 7.
Yep.
And it wasn't just like for an hour. It
It
was
was
like all
like
night.
6 to 10 or something.
it was like 4 plus hours
Yep.
of music.
And we worked.
We were
Like it wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, we did show practices. We videotaped stuff. And constantly were writing.
Yeah.
I've always been writing, but Anthony was writing a lot then. Alfie wrote.
Yeah.
Stymie wrote.
Yep.
You wrote.
I wrote one song and Scotty helped me with it. I had that idea about my dad's
Wreckage?
plane crash. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember.
When I
writing
first
that
brought
song
it up,
with
you're
you.
like, when I first brought up to the band that I was working on a song, they were all like, really?
the drummer wrote a song.
The drummer wrote a song like,
Oh,
yeah, right.
Good for you, little Freddie.
And I think if drummers write songs, they're kind of in a habit of bringing material. I was not in a habit of bringing.
You had lyrics though, and you had a
Yeah.
direction of what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
I just remember, correct me if I'm wrong, we were jamming down at the storage place downtown storage in Boise.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
And you and I
went
got
and worked
together,
in it-
yeah.
on it, and I just remember we're both crying.
Yeah.
That's
It was,
what I
it
remember,
was
like,
very
it got,
emotional.
Like, emotional. You told
Yeah.
me, because I don't know if people know, but your father passed away in a plane wreck, and he was a pilot.
Yeah.
and you saw the plane,
I didn't see the plane.
or your mom did, didn't
No,
she?
my mom.
Oh, I
no,
thought they
no.
flew
Well, it was in the
over.
paper. There was pictures
No,
of it in
didn't
the
they
paper.
fly by or something?
That was a different plane waiting for my dad at the airport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember that being part of the story, like you saw a plane. Anyway,
Yeah.
terrible, unfortunate thing that changed your life. You know?
Yeah. Right.
But you had written those lyrics, and they were heavy. They weren't.
Yeah.
I miss you, Dad. I love you. It was like, were you thinking of me when you were falling from the sky? It was
Yeah.
heavy, And then I hit that riff.
Yeah.
I think that was that. Not that it just sparked.
Well, I had the chorus in my head, and all I could do was like, you know, kind of try to like sort of express this idea, and you figured it out. And then I didn't know what to do musically for the verse, but I know when we had the chorus and we brought it to the band, Stymie came up with the music for the verse like instantly.
Yeah.
It was like,
I just remember that bendy riff.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It took a long time to write and sort out, and because I wrote that song when I was 33.
Yeah.
And that's how old my dad was when he died in that plane crash. So there was like this weird numbers thing, and I always had this irrational thought of like, I need to outlive my dad. Like I always had this fear of death.
Sure.
Which I probably still do to some degree. As I get older, I don't fear it as much. But
if it happens, it happens.
I mean, at least at that point in my life. But just my mom at that time had given me all of this paperwork, because my mom went to court for 3 years dealing with my dad's death.
Be awful.
And
she had 3 kids, right? Two.
Yeah,
Okay.
me and my sister Susie.
That's right.
Yeah. So she was giving me all of this stuff, and I was going through it, and I was really moved to write a song about it.
You did. It's a great song.
Thanks.
I know it's Justin Arthur. That was one of his favorite songs.
Oh, cool.
Midline did. He told me.
Yeah. People ask me like, how come you guys don't play that song live? And even I think I told the band, because sometimes we'd play it, like, especially for like we were sort of living in the bar scene a little bit here and there, and we'd try to play that song and people would be dancing and kind of grinding on each, and I'm like
this ain't
this doesn't right. Exactly. And it was a hard song for me to play anyway, live, without getting kind of wrecked myself. And so I was just like, dudes, we can't do that. We can't play that
I'll
song.
give you credit though, because like you say that's the only song you wrote. One thing I've learned since I'm a guitar player on a drummer podcast, kudos to drummers. I cannot play a beat to save my life, but I admire you, and I think every guitar player wants to be a drummer. Closetly. But you deserve more credit, and just like Richie does in Karen's stuff, drummers are really good at arranging things.
Yeah, I think that's
arrangement, because you have a different perspective to see what's coming in. And every song I wrote would be 10 minutes long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just do riff. And drummers are really good at going, no. Here's what we want. Focus. You know what I mean? And so you wrote, in my mind, that was so stupid, because it's silly now, but back in Midline, it was very important to get credits on who wrote what. And I came from the school that, because like I said, my first Kiss album was Kiss Live 1.
Yeah.
I would read credits on every record.
Same.
And I would see who wrote what, wrote what.
Yeah. It was really
and
interesting.
Then you start realizing Ace Frehley wrote all the great songs. You know what I mean? Or who produced it, and always reading liner notes and stuff. But in Midline, I think we did that too, because of, Hetfield and Ulrich. It was
right.
That was important to know who wrote what. Now I could care less.
Yeah.
It should just be written by Midline, because everybody contributes. Even the tiniest thing matters.
Sure. Yeah.
An arrangement matters,
I think, technically, like, song credits go to the people who do lyrics and melody.
Well,
and not a lot of times it's going to be the singer.
Bottom line, ultimately, it's about money. So
yeah. Well, yeah.
In that world, at that level, it's about credit means points.
Right.
And so
yeah.
We didn't need to worry about that.
But we drifted over into that world, and it's still the same now with the current lineup, is like everybody's contributing to this, so everybody's important to the process. And
that's the way I roll with Karen now too. It's like we're all 20%. Everybody gets credit. Like, it doesn't matter who wrote what.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't get done if everybody wasn't in this room.
Yeah.
So.
I saw an interview with, I'm pretty sure it was Geddy Lee from Rush. It was like they decided right from the beginning that they were all equal partners.
Smart.
He was, because he said, Neil writes all these lyrics, and he and Alex wrote a lot of the music, but it's like,
I think they wrote all the music.
None of it exists without the other person's participation in it. And so that they just, I've talked about this actually not that long ago, this very subject about ownership of music and who wrote what. And yeah,
it just comes down. It's at the end of the day, if you're worried about that kind of stuff, it's because you're worried about money.
sure.
There's
yeah.
no,
But you see like documentaries like the Go-Go's, for example.
Oh,
Like I can't remember, like one of the guitar players and maybe was there 4 or 5 girls in the band? I can't remember.
Jane Wilden. There's 5.
But it was like the guitar
4.
player when they started getting their
The
royalty
guitar player with
checks or
the
whatever,
brown hair.
they're like realizing like she's making way more money than she's making,
Right.
you know. So then you have this contention of the band.
It's
with-
Yeah.
stupid. And
with
this
all of
isn't
that.
about money in the first place. In my mind, I understand you have to make a living or
Yeah.
whatever, but if your goal is cash, then you're in the wrong business.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought it was weird because within XS, Michael Hutchins and Andrew Ferris, and he's the keyboardist, they're the only names on the credits and all the songs.
Then you could be getting into stuff like maybe they're the 2 that got the deal.
Yeah,
You
I
know
don't
what
know.
I mean? So then they pay everybody. It gets complicated, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm at the school of thought. Everybody's smallest or largest contribution to the music matters equally.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's just how individuals work.
I think I got more self-aware in song construction, like the form of the song, when I was playing with Shout, and we were down in LA recording with Mark Palladino and his best friend's Bernie Taupin and all of this stuff. Like I learned a lot about songwriting because with that band, we wrote these songs, and then we get in there and they're cutting recording the 2-inch tape. They're cutting sections out and splicing it. And I'm like, you're cutting our work up. Like I didn't,
We're killing our babies.
yeah. I have like this, I don't know if this prideful ego thing, like, how dare you
Sure.
make this better, you know? But once you got away from it, I got enough distance from like what you were used to playing and what you recorded to what the final product was. You're like, they were right in those decisions. And so then every song I was part of writing going forward, I was like, is this part necessary in this song? Do we really need this?
See, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm the worst at that because I will milk a riff all day if you let
But
me.
it takes those kind of relationships to make the thing happen.
Sure. And another thing I like, do you ever listen to Rick Beato?
Oh yeah.
That guy's a freaking genius.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he pointed out one thing on a thing I saw. He was deconstructing "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Do you know they don't sing "Don't Stop Believing" until the last 30 seconds of that song?
They
But
don't.
no. But it's so good and it's so catchy and so memorable. You think that's the chorus throughout the whole thing. They don't even do it till the last 30. So it got me thinking. So I
For
went
real?
through and picked like the biggest, hit songs or
Yeah.
popular songs
Yeah.
like that were obviously not written for the radio, but they're going to put it out on the radio. Like Your Shirt, Back in Black.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Back in Black, Smoke on the Water. Any song you pick that's been on the radio like that, I guarantee you the chorus hits within a minute 30, if not sooner.
Yeah.
Every one of them. Like I've done it to like 60 songs just to check.
Yeah.
Weird like that. But it got me thinking more recently of structuring songs and how it is. If that's your goal, is to, how do I phrase this? There's a place to be proggy and go to 10, 11-minute songs if that's what the song requires. Serve
Right.
the song always first.
Yeah.
But in this, if your goal is to get it out on a radio or to get it airplay, you're not going to get it played unless it's under 4 minutes or 4.5 minutes. It's just not going to.
Well,
really
and they want to get to vocals quick.
and that's what we've been focused on lately is getting to it. And it is
Yeah.
a challenge. It's kind of like, remember when Metallica went, we're going to go shorter, tighter songs, and they did the Black Album.
Yeah.
I was mad at it
Sure.
at the time.
Oh,
Because that wasn't
Because
Metallica.
well, no, Justice for All was epic,
Yeah.
and now you're gonna go, Enter Sand. I wasn't happy, but you go back. That's the best sounding album of that era,
Mhm.
and the songs are killer.
Yeah.
And they stand today. So I don't know. Arrangements are fun to play around with.
Yeah.
But you do have to serve the song first.
Well, the new
I don't know what
midline
point
song
was,
that you've got to hear, Twicky.
Yeah. Twinkie.
Twicky.
Twicky.
I called it Twinkie.
There's no N in it. but
needs an
it's our acronym for the way I know you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I got that whole intro shortened up. Anthony starts singing within 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Of the song playing.
No, you get.
We've never done that before.
It's kind of fun, challenging though.
Yeah.
To write that way. That with Karen, we're doing that. We have 3 songs pretty much done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, written. Everybody's got to get parts tight and all that kind of thing and make final decisions. But they're shorter, and we're still telling our weird stories.
Mm-hmm.
The first song's called Gamer. It's about a drone pilot that has to deal with these aren't just ones and zeros anymore. These are actually people, and how that would be challenging. Because I remember your old guitar player, Jim McCrosty.
Oh, yeah.
Who's also a killer guitar player.
Yeah.
Loves Ty Tabor. But his son got recruited to Air Force, right? Because
I believe so.
Because he was playing video games.
Yeah.
And it got me that got me thinking, like, that's heavy, man. Because
right,
a video game's a video game, but a drone pilot, that ain't a video game.
No, that's
still
real.
ones and zeros, but it's real. So we wrote a song about that, and then we wrote a song for Richie Sessler, our drummer, and hey Richie, and about his dad who had passed away recently, called The Missing, and that's going to be cool. And then we have another one called Liminal, which is about a robot that's a healthcare giver for a guy who's dying.
Oh, wow. Now we're getting into AI stuff.
He dies, and the robot actually has to unplug the thing. And so the robot goes through the 5 stages of grief.
What?
Oh, wow.
And how that would be. I don't know. It's interesting. But the new Karen stuff is going to be a little shorter and more individual stories. And that's a Neil Peart thing. Like, 2112, the first side, whole narrative.
Right. Yeah.
We just did thing called The Crooked Place, which is a 3-act play that we turned into music, blah, blah, blah. But it was a narrative from beginning to end. I'm not doing that this time around. Yeah. And that's what Rush kind of did, is with Moving Pictures. They just wrote songs, but in their mind, it was, we're going to write individual stories, like Red Barchetta about the car and the article he read and all that kind of thing. So that's where my focus is right now. It's interesting. But that's cool. I attribute that to a lot of drummers and watching Drumeo.
Oh yeah,
I love Drumeo so much, dude. I've learned so much. Like that segment they have. So and so here's this song for the first time.
Oh
and
yeah,
they have to come up with a drum part.
Watch Drumeo if you're not, even if you're a guitar player, watch it because it's awesome.
Yeah,
you get to see how people hear things. I think that's the most important thing you could ever see. Like Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers, that everybody's probably seen
I saw that one.
Yeah, the 30 seconds.
That's what told me, dude.
Yeah.
But he heard that thing. They play a drumless song,
right?
And then that drummer has to fit their idea of what the drums would be,
to
a famous song.
Yeah,
and he did The Kill, right?
Right. Yeah.
You can see him sitting there listening to a drumless track, and then he figured out it was in 3,
and
then he was off to the races. He was freedom, and just crushed it. But I love those things. You get to hear how people hear music, and everybody hears things so differently. It's so cool.
Well, they think things differently, but sometimes similarly too. Like,
oh, absolutely. But
so I think with Chad doing the Kill from 30 Seconds to Mars, like he had the same feel that
well, you got 3. It's a swing. It's almost like a 1-2 waltzy kind of feel, So once you have that swing, he just I mean, he said he overplayed, which he did, but it was killer.
I love Chad Smith.
He's awesome.
Yeah. But he interpreted the song appropriately.
Yeah, all here. He just heard it. He played. I mean, I don't know. I love that channel so much. Like, I've learned a lot about arrangement and songwriting and how people chart. Like, even how people chart things out when they hear stuff. I can't read music. Like, I can stumble my way through it, but I can't sight read or any of those kind of things. But like Kenny Aronoff.
Oh yeah,
how he charted.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah,
like it was a book, but he knew everything he wanted to do. And then you watch other cats, and they're just like, "Yeah, I need to hear it 3 times, and they can play it."
Right?
It's insane.
Yeah,
but I love that channel so much. Drummers are.
It's really cool how everybody's approaches or what their process is on doing that. Like, because here now, I get people that'll send me music, and I'll record for them and send it off.
Right.
And Sometimes they leave it completely up to me what I come up with. And sometimes they have a little bit of direction of what they want to do. And sometimes they send me something that has like a programmed drum.
Sure.
They use drum loops
like
and
a
whatever.
guide track or something.
And that's like the skeleton of what they want it in that feel or whatever. And then some people are really specific, like I want exactly this thing.
Sure.
And so I'm always like trying to deliver what that person wants, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a
It's
challenge
challenging,
and all
though.
that. Yeah. Because then there's a time frame on it too. It's like I don't live with it for months.
No, you're getting it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might live with it for a day or
because
whatever
the
it is.
artist or writer, they've been living with it for probably months or longer.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Get those drums done.
Yeah. How hard is it to go boosh gosh,
Yeah, yeah.
boosh gosh, right? James said, I don't think it,
I don't think it's about the
I
money.
don't think it's about the money until it starts coming in.
Yeah.
So that's why you need, like, if there's going to be money involved, there's got to be some kind of an understanding, I think.
Equal.
From the
Split it equal.
Yeah, that makes the
Yeah.
most sense,
That's
right?
then there's no that's my thought anyway.
Yeah, mine too.
I don't. It's worth not having arguments over money.
Yeah.
Right.
Just to focus on music, but that's the way I would roll.
So when I record for people, it's usually just for hire. So I'm kind of the one and done guy as far as my hand in the pie.
Yeah.
With now on some
But
some
you know
cases,
that going in.
I do.
Yeah.
And some cases I might get paid a little bit and get songwriter credits or recording
Sure.
credits.
Which is great.
Yeah. So it's just it depends on who it is and what it's for. And
I'm not saying money doesn't matter either, because we all need it to,
Yeah.
especially to make this go. So you're not pulling out of your own pocket, and you can keep playing music at, our age and whatnot, and
Yeah.
keep going. But it should be very small discussions in my mind.
well, I being a full-time musician now, like I love music so much.
Me too.
But it's also how I pay my bills.
Sure.
So it's like for me, it's like the money part's always part of the discussion.
Sure.
It's always a thing. It's like I
But
have
you're
to pay my mortgage. I have
right.
to take
But
care of my
you're
family.
you're not having that meeting with 5 other people. You're having it
Right.
with your family.
Yeah,
That's different.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that kudos,
Yeah.
make money, make a living at. That's what we all want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like in a band situation, if you're going to waste your time fighting over money and whose credits.
Well,
this
I
and
think
that,
if
Yeah.
you start a band because you want
You want to be creative.
you're in the music for the art of it, right? In the fulfillment of your soul to play music
to
and
get the noises out of your head.
that's true too. Yeah, like that expression. And then if somebody wants to pay you for that, then great.
That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's not the other way around.
No.
It's like I have to make money, so I need to go write music.
That would
Well,
be weird.
Well, for some people that's the case. Like if they're
Well,
writing
sure.
music for film and TV and stuff, they're like looking for this 30 to 90 second clip or even like a 10-second clip of
I
some
would
music
love to
thing.
do that. I would love to try to score something like a film thing, or that would be cool.
Yeah. There's the
Well, we can talk
opportunity's
about
there.
that.
The opportunity's there for sure.
Movies inform my creative process a lot.
Movies too.
A lot.
Yeah.
I love
So-
movies.
The creative process, and you mentioned the Karen song about
The robot,
doctor or something.
Yeah.
So do you watch Joe Rogan?
a little bit, yeah.
So he had an episode come out recently. When did that?
It's in the last week.
Who was a guest?
Andrew Santino, who's apparently an actor and a comedian. I've never heard of him, but I think Mary saw like a short clip, but they were talking about AI's involvement in music writing and Spotify and
I don't
the
know.
50
how there's
the
like
50 cent
that.
thing.
So there was something's itching my nose. There was a song by 50 Cent that they put into AI. Joe Rogan didn't do it, but somebody did it.
Right.
Or maybe the AI thing did it on its own. I don't
No.
know. Like we're really starting to live in the world of the Terminator movies.
No, it's insane.
You're right.
Skynet is
Skynet's on its way. Somebody took one of this 50 Cent song and told it to become like a 1950s or 60s sort of jazz R&B thing. Do you remember that producer?
I don't remember what the style was, but it was like a 60s,
like with like horns and
Sure.
trumpet, saxophone kind of thing, and this swingy jazzy thing, and
You can find me in the club.
It altered like the tempo and made it swing, and instead of this being this like, I don't know a lot about 50 Cent music, but totally a different thing. But like it made the lyrics of whatever he was singing like super weighty.
The song is called Many Men by 50 Cent, and they made it a 1960s gangster soul version.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think the video might be AI as well.
It is. There's a music video that's all AI generated.
The guy's singing doesn't line up at all, but it's crazy.
But it's like I think technology is great.
Yeah.
I like social media. Some people don't, or what, and obviously it could be a very toxic thing if you allow it to become that.
But it's the quickest way to reach people.
It is a great way to. It's a quick way and a great way, but like, I'm not a fan of using that because you lack creativity.
Or saying,
like, so
or saying
you
you have
think
creativity because you can push a button on a keyboard.
So to me, that's just computer programming. I'm a computer programmer who happens to program, let this computer create music for me. And then you put like, you didn't learn an instrument. You didn't go through the years or decades of refining your skills.
Get off my lawn.
To be able to do these things, right? Now a computer program can do that for you in just less than like seconds in some cases. It does the thinking for you.
It's a double-edged sword though, because like I saw a thing the other day. What's that gorilla song? I ain't happy, feeling sad.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I
saw a video with the singer. I think it was the singer, and he bought some cheap $40 Casio keyboard that had pre-programmed like the bossa nova or whatever.
Yeah.
He hit a preset and that's the song.
Okay.
The whole song. Was that creative? Absolutely.
Okay.
Is it creative in the sense of somebody sitting down with a piece of paper and writing a film score? No, but it's in the same. My point is it's a fine line between determining what is art and
it's
what
a fine line between stupid and clever.
Fine line between clever and stupid.
That's right.
I think you have to be careful with that because AI is a tool. The problem, and I think Rick Beato's brought this up on his channel a lot, is think of it this way.
Sandra's here. Good morning.
Sandra.
Sorry. Sandra Salisbury. I went to school with her.
Okay. I lost it.
You're talking about AI.
Oh, yeah. So the thing with AI though is like I don't remember the name of the band, but somebody created an AI band and put out a single, and it sounded like this kind of hippie jam band.
I think that was what they were talking about on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them,
and it's not bad if you didn't know that was just a computer. So the thing I wonder is if labels, now that they can do this, they can create their own artist and music and own 100%.
Well, that's what's happening with Spotify.
So that was like part of the point with
who owns that? Where does the art come from?
Exactly.
Who is
Spotify
the artist?
does.
Who regulates that? And who gets paid? And who you can't tour on it. So, or do you hire some guy to pretend that's the guy? I don't know.
So does the guy
that's business end of where labels will take it. Some of them.
So if Spotify, let's see, I can't remember the guy's name that runs Spotify.
I can't remember his last name.
I think
Dan Eckert.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So if he has AI bands that create AI music,
right,
then there's an AI label. There's like There's no human.
But they're getting millions of streams.
But he does.
But he's getting money and he's
Yeah.
getting paid.
Yeah.
That guy went on. I have opinions about this.
Me too.
But he made a public statement that if you are an artist on Spotify and you are not releasing content, which means songs, which is, I hate that word.
Yeah.
Every 6 months or every 6 weeks, you are not worth our time.
Right. Yeah.
You are not worth. I did that with Karen on the last 2 acts, released a song every 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It benefited nobody. Aside from us putting out songs, it benefits that way. But on Spotify,
Yeah.
we didn't start getting paid or putting on Spotify playlists because we were doing what he publicly said. It's just a business. He's just
And it
making
changed.
money.
It's changing like daily.
Sure, but
like,
if they do
the
start
rules
creating
and-
AI artists and songs, then people like you and I will be competing with that.
Yeah.
And who are they going to give the playlist to, the commercials to, ad-free stuff? They're going to give it to their own artists. It's just another label.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
So that
about
goes
how the
back to
music
like,
business is going.
okay, what year was it that Metallica had the big thing with Napster?
It was in
Is-
early 2000s, maybe.
Yeah.
Was it early
I
2000s?
think so.
Which was right before, it was like
And-
right as Spotify was getting created too, I think.
Yep.
That was all
And-
happening at the
but,
same time.
I mean, history has proved them 100% correct. And-
Well, okay, producer, is this true? Help me remember, Scott. You might know this, but like, you can't find Garth Brooks music on Spotify and stuff like that, right?
I don't know if
Some
that's
of those
still true.
artists like that refuse to.
Sure.
Well, Taylor Swift was that way, and they worked out a deal. No, he's on there.
But he used to not be.
Right,
Like some of those artists really,
because they weren't getting paid properly.
Well, I mean,
correct. And now, and well, like
They probably still aren't.
No.
like just even like the business, like Taylor Swift getting back the rights to her own music.
you will never make a living at music by streaming.
No.
I shouldn't say never, but the majority of people will not. You're getting paid a fraction of a cent for every stream. Even
Yeah.
Beyonce, billions of streams or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. I won't say who it is, but we have a mutual friend in a band who's been playing a long time, and they did a release of a Prince song,
Oh yeah.
and it
Yeah.
got millions of streams.
Right. Yeah.
They got paid $4,000.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Right.
That's good. That's money. And I know it wasn't their song. Millions and millions of
Right.
streams.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they got $4,000.
yeah.
And if you run your band that way between 5 guys, I mean, come on.
Mary, was
Well,
it?
like on iTunes, before iTunes did streaming, you just had to buy the song for 99 cents, right? So if 1 million people buy the song, that's $1 million less whatever iTunes takes. But
Yep.
like the streaming thing's just never been a good deal for anybody. And
It's a good deal for and
Spotify, yeah.
and good on them. They're running a business. That guy's making money for his family too. Great.
yeah.
But I don't know what labels do anymore.
Well,
Like,
labels,
why would you
I don't
sign
think
to a
labels
label?
know what they do
The
anymore.
only thing I can think of that you would sign to a label is if their roster, let's say their label had Slipknot and Metallica and blah 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 blah
yeah.
blah.
Yeah.
Sign with them because you probably get a tour, right? That's the only thing I can think of, because otherwise you're taking a loan from a bank that can shelve your stuff, and if it doesn't take
Yeah.
off, they can
Yeah.
use it as a tax write-off.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We used to chase that carrot, dude. You and I chased that carrot
Oh yeah.
for 25 years
Yeah.
trying to get signed. I mean,
Yeah.
we did eventually. It wasn't great.
When Jeff
But-
Abercrombie was here from Fuel, I told him, I said, did you watch that episode?
I haven't seen it.
You should probably. So it was kind of funny because once they got Brett in the band, like they had the voice,
That's the
right?
singer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so things really started to work for him. But they got, I think it was the manager for the band Live also started managing them. Was it Live, Mary? Do you remember? I think it was
Maybe,
Live.
Yeah.
But they moved to Pennsylvania to like really go for it.
Right.
And I told him, I said, well, we found a record label, an independent label, but they had distribution through Warner Brothers.
Yep.
And so we went to California, to Venice Beach or Santa Monica or wherever it was,
I know where you're
Venice.
going with it.
Venice.
Yeah.
And they had their office was on the beach. Remember?
Yeah.
And we were sitting out on the back patio with the label, and I remember asking Patrick Arn, I said, could you get us on a tour with Fuel? He didn't answer that question, but he goes, funny you mentioned Fuel because I passed on them. But Jeff goes, we had so many labels like after us that had
a real deal,
real money. And,
but he was also joking about every label's got a place on the beach.
Every label's got this.
He goes, I think they just rent out I think they just rent out a room and they call it.
Didn't the Russian mob show up with Anthony and Steiny down there one day?
We were already. They stayed behind, didn't they? Yes, that happened.
But,
yes, that happened.
But that's what you did. You got on a label. You can get tours. You can get radio play. You can do all that.
Yeah.
And the music business is cool now because you're in control of your own stuff, but you're also competing
with everybody else
with releasing stuff on the same day as some dude is doing it as a joke in his bedroom, making a fart song or something.
Yeah, and that one takes off and he makes a bunch of money off of it.
I don't know. Then you're defining art again, and then it gets all cloudy.
Yeah.
And what so I don't want to. I don't want to be the get off my lawn either. But it is confusing. The model of label and tour and cycle and all that, it doesn't exist for artists at our level.
No. You gotta.
That ended in like early 2000s, you know what I mean, with the record deals and all that. And we were also chasing fame and stuff like that. I could care less about any of that anymore.
Yeah.
But it would be nice. Like, I respect what you're doing. If you wake up every day, you're a musician, you get paid for it. That's your job.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm in a different position with health stuff and all that kind of thing. But still, I'm creating music, and I'd love to be able to support my wife and playing music. It's just trying to find your market.
Well, I can't claim it's easy. It's hard. It's
the best thing I can think of for like my band Karen right now is my buddy Brogan Allen, who's stupid talented guy at Night Owl Studios. Oh, he's awesome. But he said it. He's like, the best thing for your band is to get in front of as many people as you can at one time. I'm not jumping around like a 20-year-old on stage anymore.
Right. Yeah.
But we write stories. I don't know. The band's good. The music is good. But I think if we got in front of a bunch of people, that would be our best bet to get an audience. And so we're chasing after the festival circuit because remember when we grew up, there was no festivals in the United States, music festivals, none. Now there's a gazillion of them.
And if they weren't coming to Boise.
No. Yeah. But I mean, like, Lollapalooza is the only stateside festival I can think of that was that big, and that's that was the early 90s.
There was that was it Us Festival?
Usfeld was a one-off show though.
That was in LA, right?
Yeah. Or it's in the desert in California anyway. So I don't know. You keep making music and hopefully something will.
James says Spotify is like Amazon. They basically provide you with other people's products. I guess in a way that's true.
Did you?
I look at it as a radio station though. Like if you don't listen to your local radio, or if you pay for a streaming service, that's what I would use. I mean, I don't pay for Spotify personally.
I don't either.
Nothing against them, but I pay for YouTube Music, and I pay for YouTube because I'm on that. A lot. Yeah.
What do we pay for Apple?
Oh, it's like $15 a month or something like that.
Yeah, that's usually what I use is Apple Music. Cliff uses Spotify all the time. So when Cliff will send me a song to listen to or to learn or whatever, he'll send me a Spotify link. So I click on that link, but it doesn't take me to the song. I got to listen to 7 other songs before it'll allow me to. And I think it'll allow me to skip like 2 ads. And then after that, I got to watch ads. Yeah. So if he sends me that, I just go find it on Apple Music. I'm like, I want to listen to it right now.
Well, there's a video that came out. I think the guy from Disc Makers did it, where he was talking about the slice of the pie from Spotify, and he was talking about it was like a pyramid, and the top little tiny piece of the point of the pyramid is where all the big artists are, like Taylor Swift and Beyonce or whatever.
Yeah,
and they're making the bulk of the money. And it used to be like, anybody under that could still make money. They just weren't making that big chunk. But they made a new rule where anybody who had like under 1,000 streams didn't get paid at all anymore.
Yeah.
It's not
that money. So when you take that money, which was like 99% of the people underneath the top artists.
Yeah.
They're taking that money and then splitting it up and giving it to those top artists.
Yeah.
So even if
But
I was
it's
only
not-
going to get
it's-
$1, my $1 is going to Taylor Swift.
It's not 1,000 plays for the artist. It's 1,000 plays per song.
Right. Yeah.
So you can't have like 500 on one song and 500.
Right.
on the
Yeah.
other.
Sorry. That's what I
songs and
meant.
have
Yeah.
100 on each or
Exactly.
whatever.
It's
Yeah.
got it. Okay. So how much money did Billie Eilish get paid for 900 million streams?
Oh, how am I supposed to know that?
Well, you have Google right there, producer.
Fractions of a cent on a stream, so still it's gonna be a lot of money, but not
Not like it would have been.
no.
So you and I grew up in this era of buying albums and nerding out over the liner notes and who wrote what and who produced it and what the lyrics were and all of this information, right? And then the artwork. Like I would spend hours laying on my bed staring at
Oh yeah.
album jackets.
Yeah.
And listening to that record over and over and over and over and over
Yep.
and over. And then I put it in my car or whatever. and
So
I
it
listen-
says
and
that she is the third artist to hit 100 million monthly Spotify streams. And it says
She had a song not long ago that had 900 million streams, and it said how much money that was.
I actually like her.
well, it says
I
she
do too.
makes about
She's
$250,000 a
pretty
month.
$250,000 a month.
Yeah, from streaming.
Now that sounds like a lot, but
No,
if
but
you
how
were,
many streams was that?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out what he's talking
there
about.
was an article that came out a few months ago, probably beginning of summer, that she, whatever her newest release was at the time, she had 900 million streams of this song, and it equated to however
it
many millions of dollars.
Birds of a Feather. Was it that one?
I don't remember the name of the song.
But
I don't
on,
remember.
on the flip side too, there's still scenes out there that you can make a living at and you can tour and you can go do, like if you're a part of it. Like for example, there's this band in Boise. You ever heard of Ingrown?
I haven't.
Awesome. They practice in our practice place
Okay.
too, but in the same building. But those guys, dude, they toured Japan.
Really?
They're all over.
Yeah.
So the singer Ross, I was talking to him and I was like, "Where you guys heading out?" Because they were loading their trailers. Like, not just the way he said it, I was like, "Oh, I wish I could say that." I go,
Uh-huh.
where are you playing? He goes, "The U.S."
The
I was like,
US.
"Oh
On the road."
man, that's
Yeah.
awesome!" Like, we know we're playing down at this, or we're heading to
Yeah.
no, the U.S. He had no idea because they just tour.
Right.
So there are bands that are out there.
Well, Magic
touring.
Sword is another band from
Exactly.
Boise.
And
That,
that Brogan was their sound guy.
oh, okay.
No, they're killing it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is still, you can still do it.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Well,
She's got 439 million followers,
okay.
and she's had over 72.3 billion streams.
Wow.
Her top song right now is Birds of a Feather, which came out this past year. And I think she may have won awards for it. I'm trying to get this to pull up.
I was just curious, like, could you just Google like a simple search that says
A simple search.
how
Hi, Ben.
how much money or how much? What am I trying to say? What does 900 million streams equate to in dollars or something like that?
Why do you think?
Wow, I
it's
said that
900
really
million?
badly.
I had a chart on my phone that had all the streaming companies and what they pay out.
Yeah.
And what was the highest one? Oh, it's Peloton, the exercise gear.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They'll use your songs on their kit. Like when people are working out, you can get on their playlist. But I can't figure out how to
Submit or something?
No, because it's still the same crap. Like
Yeah.
labels back in the day, we don't accept
There's a
unsolicited
gatekeeper.
material.
Yeah.
You know
So-
what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
So-
like getting on ESPN stuff,
Right.
Or MMA fights, and like I'm starting to look into those types of options as well, because that's instant. A gazillion people hearing your song.
Right.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So it says the average payout per stream is between 0.003 and 0.005.
Yeah.
And so 900 million streams on Spotify, you can earn an estimated 2.7 million to 4.5 million. But then you have all the cuts that come out, the writer shares and all that stuff. So that's before.
Okay.
So those people on the top that are hitting those huge millions and millions.
Yeah, good on
They're making good money, but then they're taking the money from the people who make less than 1,000 streams and then just dividing it up and giving it to those people who had nothing to do with that music at all.
them. They haven't figured this whole system out yet.
Do you remember when we signed
It's
our
the Wild
deal with
West.
Gotham Records?
I do, and we actually got a decent deal. We were making, and this is sad, but we were making $1.37 a record. That was but that was Metallica at that time. I remember they were making $4 a record through Elektra.
Yeah,
$4.
yeah. And
It's always been that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like corporates take care of themselves first, but
We never got any accounting on if we sold anything at all.
no.
And then
It was all over Walmart, and I know we were in 198 Tower Records across the country.
do
Yeah.
you remember
But
going
if you don't play there-
when we were on our way somewhere, we were going through Casper, Wyoming, and we stopped at the mall, and our album was in the
Yeah.
listening station at the end of the aisle,
I just remember
like a Music Land or something.
You guys called like you called some record store in New York?
that was when
Tower-
Anthony was on the radio.
Yeah.
it was Tower Records.
Tower
in New York,
Records.
and
Yeah.
Rick Zeiler from Jaeger went down there and bought some,
Yep.
and I think Patrick was from there, so I think he bought some. But
Yeah.
no, that was cool. But
Yeah.
if a label won't give you tour support,
Right.
you're not playing.
Yeah.
You're not playing the areas where your album's at. You're not going to sell them.
Well, we tried
Yeah,
to get
that
the
was
tour
awful.
support to have that entire Jaeger tour
I
with
know. You
Saliva and
wouldn't do it.
Breaking Benjamin. It was
Yeah.
not happening. We only did a handful of shows. So,
Yep.
yeah, that's just crazy. But I was trying to remember like what our percentage was per
I remember
album
it's
sale.
$1.37.
Okay, so
record
our distribution was with Time Warner, ADA,
through ADA.
and I think I got an email, or maybe you did, but isn't there another distributor called Coke or something like KOCH?
I don't,
Is it Coke or Cock?
it's
Coach?
because no, that's Stuart Copeland's brother, Miles Copeland. I think that might have been his company.
It's a distribution.
Yeah.
I think I got an email from them asking what happened with Gotham Records and with
Really?
yeah. And so I had emailed them back.
Like
and
they were
then-
investigating them
Yeah.
or something? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I never heard anything back.
Yeah.
After that.
Well, we both Sam Plotkin, who
Yeah.
worked for him at the time.
Right.
I still talk. You still.
I
talk
do
to him.
talk, yeah.
He's awesome.
He's great.
But no, he was the one who championed us the most out of that whole situation.
Mary and I didn't go to LA last year because my leg was broken, but every year when I try to go down there, I try to see Sam. And one time I went to lunch with him, and he was helping me out with some stuff, and I was like, dude, what was the deal? Like, how come we never got like the attention that we thought we were going to get, or the money, or whatever? And he's like, man, there's only so much you could tell a guy who owns a company what to do with his company.
No, and he
Like-
pocketed everything.
Sure. Yeah.
Dude, he was after that whole thing was over. I found our albums at Walmart.
You found him at Walmart?
You know, he was selling them still.
Oh, okay.
It's like, dude,
Jeez.
That might have been why that other company had emailed me.
maybe it was shady.
It was shady.
But we took a shot. What are you going to do? You're
We
from
did.
Boise. We took a
We
shot.
did. What do these nice potato farmers want to hear from us?
Oh my gosh.
Right?
But-
That's what everybody thinks of when you say you're from Idaho.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a potato farmer?
And I remember a couple of times like being in the bigger cities and you get introduced and they don't even say your name. They just go Boise. You
Yeah.
walk off. It's like, okay. But it makes you an underdog. It makes you fight. It's good.
Right. And we'd be doing shows with, like, going to San Diego and
Brick by brick.
yeah, that was a fun club to play. But
Yeah.
there would be like the other bands would be like kind of puffy chest or whatever, then you realize like, oh, they didn't have a guitar cable, and you're like, oh, hey, here you go, and they're like, what?
What do you want for it?
Like, no, I want you to have a good gig.
Yeah.
They're like, what? And they don't even understand. Like, what? Why are you being nice? Like, what's your angle, boy?
Yeah. That's one thing Midline should have done at a certain point, in my opinion, that I regret. We should have moved.
Should have moved. Yeah.
That's the one thing we should have done. We should have moved.
We all brought our girlfriends to band practice.
Yeah.
Or to the audition.
To
That's
the
what,
audition.
yeah, that's what we did. We brought them to the audition. That whole AI thing is just like this other force to be reckoned with.
It's cool for like
Well, Joe
art
Rogan, yeah,
and- yeah. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, this is interesting. I don't know if this is because you don't know what's real anymore.
Right.
I got sent this reel of a guy who paid a subscription to Chat GPT. So he had it, you know, the license and everything. And he asked the AI to count to 1 million. I don't want anything else. I just want you to count to 1 million. And it wouldn't do it.
Oh, really?
Said it wasn't worth its time. It would take too long. And it made the decision to not do the request that it was asked. He goes, I paid the subscription. I don't need a job. I don't need money. I don't need food. I don't need anything. The only thing I need in my soul is for you to count to 1 million. That's it. Thank you very much. Please don't be difficult.
Yeah.
It would come back and say, I understand that you want me to do this, but it's just not worth my time.
It's insubordinate.
No, but think of that though. It's a simple thing.
It is.
But
AI didn't want to do it.
It wouldn't do it. It would not do it.
AI is a teenage kid.
Like
AI is a teenage kid in his room in his underwear.
It's a weird.
And it's 2 in the afternoon.
You could say,
I'm not doing it.
I want to do that. No. What? It's interesting.
I saw an AI short the other day, and it was split in half from top to bottom. And so it was a guy talking it looks like he's in his bedroom or whatever.
Yeah.
And in the bottom half, it's Taylor Swift saying the exact same thing. And he made himself into Taylor Swift, and she's wearing like that red dress from like the Grammys or whatever. And she sounds like it's perfect. It sounds exactly like her.
People are doing that on like dating apps.
Oh.
So you're talking to you're talking to you.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's some hottie on the girl on the screen. That's crazy.
Dude, this guy that looks exactly like Brad Pitt's talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm so in love.
Wait till we meet.
Brad Pitt, man.
So
I couldn't think of
Tyler
anything.
Durden would not do that.
So let's back up a little bit, because you're talking about the
Fight
songs
Club, right?
and writing stories in your songs. But what can you go back and tell us about the beginnings of Karen and what the concept is of
I was on a lot of drugs.
Okay.
No, I'm an opiate addict. You know this.
Yes.
Praise God, I've been sober off opiates for 13 years now.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
But back in the day,
yeah,
when Karen started, I was in full force, and so I wasn't in quite my right mind. But I wanted to play heavier stuff, and I worked at a call center, and my friend took a call from this family. I think the account holder had passed away, so they were calling in to close the account, whatever. But the name on the account was Karen Comes Killing. It was a Native American lady.
Oh, wow.
I think she was from Denver or South Dakota or something like that. And my friend wrote it down on a Post-it. She went up to me, Leslie. Hi, Leslie Downey. She came up and gave me a Post-it, and it said Karen Comes Killing on it. She goes, this would be a great band name. I didn't think much of it. I said, you're right. That's cool. I put it in my drawer or whatever. Well, years before that, I had written a poem called The Character, and it was about a female serial killer. Because in pop culture, there's not a lot. There's Hannibal Lecters.
Right.
There's, all the Jasons and Michaels. And there wasn't a female one, so I wrote a poem about it. Then that name came up, and I was at work. I went, doing. I called Stymie. And I was pacing around the building going, dude, I have this stupid idea. We should start a band based on a female serial killer named Karen Comes Killing. He's like, yep. We should. Yep. We absolutely should. And he's like, okay. So we started that. But Karen started as writing stories from her perspective, like a horror movie. So the first album is just brutal.
Yeah.
And I'm a Christian, you know this.
Yeah.
I was not back then. So there were songs on there. I wrote a song called God Complex, which is your God is the effing enemy, and all this just heavy, dark stuff.
Right.
And so we turned it into a horror movie, and obviously got Merlin. He was our first pick guitar player because Merlin shreds.
Yeah.
Hey, Merlin. And then we got Richie. I was so high. But I was at the knitting factory. I went up to Richie. I was like, so you want to be in the biggest band in Boise in 6 months? Just all cocky. We're going to do this horror, blah, blah, blah. He was in. And then we got Dave, who was fully in. And he would take stories that I had written and put them into lyrics and how he would phrase it. And sing it. But that's how Karen started. So we did. And the idea ultimately was, like I said, we're not 20.
Sure.
If I was jumping around like I was 20 or trying to act like that, it'd be so fake. It would be awful. So I thought, take the focus off the band, put it on a character, Karen.
Yeah.
Then we don't matter. And it worked to an extent. I mean, we got comic book offers, that kind of thing. And the artwork is a big contributor to that. Yeah. But that's how Karen started in the stories and whatnot.
And now it's morphed into what?
Well, I got off dope.
Okay.
13 years ago, and I left Karen because of that. Because I didn't. I get emotional again.
That's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay.
But
I've cried on this show
anyway,
too.
After what I realized Jesus did for me, I couldn't sing to some kid, "God is your enemy." I couldn't do it.
Right.
So I left. Kicked dope, and then we had a friend die, Pepper, part of Blacktooth camp and all that, and it brought me back around to those guys again, and I don't know, it's just on my heart to jam with them again, but the lyrics changed a little bit and the idea of it changed, so I started writing more like the focus wasn't her and her evil doings and whatnot. It was about a surviving victim, which allowed me to write about abuse, addiction, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Yeah.
So it hasn't changed as far as having the stories. The first album was a full narrative about her manifesto of just, I was hateful. You know what I mean? And the new one was actually really therapeutic. It was cool because I got to get a lot of stuff out. And I think it's still dark and it's still metal.
Yeah.
But it has a more real message to it, I guess.
Sure.
Of surviving. And now the new ones, like I said, now it's just gonna be individual
stories,
short stories under the banner of Karen translation. This is weird. Just deal with it.
Yeah.
But no, Karen's been a pretty cool outlet for all this. I love that band. I love my band.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
Not to compare it to Midline, but in my mind, there's no difference as far as it's the best outlet for me to put art out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Midlines will always be that for me. Like jamming with you last night. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And here, playing songs like that. I'm proud of what we did.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of what you're doing still. It's cool.
Yeah. Thanks.
So do you
I've
still
only
play the
been in
old
2
songs?
bands. I mean, well, I was in
yeah.
Yuxote for a brief bit with Stymie. We did a stint, which was awesome. But my 2 main bands, I mean, I started Midline when I was 19.
Right.
And then started Karen, and that's been my musical
right
outlets.
Yeah.
Do you still play the old songs?
This week we are like,
because those were
what's
stuff
cool.
that was Stymie was involved with.
Stymie had a lot. Like when we first put Karen together, first song we wrote was a character, which was my poem that I'd written.
Yeah.
And Stymie, have you ever listened to that song?
I have listened to that first album like once. Maybe.
Listen to the bass on that thing.
Okay.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But no, he wrote a lot. So that was our metal baby.
When you gave me that first record, the Karen one, I was listening to it, but the lyrically it like
dark, man.
It disagreed with my soul, like in a profound way. And so I was like, I really struggled giving its due attention, I guess, if that makes sense.
I understand.
Like from like a musical.
It was supposed to evoke those kinds of things. I mean, we had one song, Quick Fix, that it's terrible. But it was about Karen being in a mental hospital and being raped by an orderly who gets her pregnant, and she gives herself a self-abortion and then burns the hospital down. I mean, it was just
that's
hard
dark
to listen horror
to,
movie, and it was and I get it because you've always had faith.
Yeah.
And I used to make fun of you. And God spelled backwards is dog. You worship a dog. It's sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I believe, I thought that way. So I understand why now why that would affect you that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when I'm saying your God's the enemy, and
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't to evoke a response. I believe that
At that time, you're in that
100%.
frame of mind. Yeah. I've never liked horror stuff. I could watch Nightmare on Elm Street because it was just
Stupid.
it wasn't portrayed in a real way. But
No.
when I saw Poltergeist when I was a kid, that was my Jaws, like Jaws for you, right?
Or Exorcist.
When I saw Poltergeist, I can't believe my parents let me watch that. I don't know.
It's PG though.
It
Was it?
Yeah, but PG back then
Yeah.
was like.
I bet if I tried to watch it now, I'd probably find the. Of course, movies have evolved so much since that came out, but it was so realistic to me, and I remember the static on the TV. So anytime I saw a TV that had that static, I would have to. I gotta get a picture, right? I can't I don't have that effect now, but and then my cousins had like this doll clown thing that looked exactly like the one from the movie.
Right.
And if I'd spend the night at their house, I'm like, that can't be in the same room. Because I thought it was gonna come out
No,
from
just
under
throw,
the bed.
I was gonna say, just throw it under the bed.
Yeah, it was gonna come get me, right? So I was very traumatized. So like Halloween and stuff, my kids grew up going trick-or-treating and now Jude's 12, so I don't know really what this he's probably running to the end of his excitement for that, but I never decorated the house with skeletons and witches and things because it just like disturbed my soul. Like I didn't want to. Does that make sense?
It does. I see it as being campy and fun.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, but I get that too.
We'll carve pumpkins or whatever and put.
Yeah.
We do more fall. We do like fall decoration.
Yeah. I was like 9. I was at my buddy's house and staying the night or something, and he had HBO. So we put on HBO and The Exorcist was on.
And
it was the scene where she's flipping up and down on the bed and her mom runs in the room. What's going on? She's all,
yeah.
And then she started like stabbing herself with the crucifix and saying things about Jesus and stuff. And it freaked me out. And I was didn't have faith or any of that kind of thing, but still it's like, oh my gosh, what is this movie?
Yeah.
Now I look like my friend Hannah has a tattoo of the girl on her arm, the demon.
Really?
Reagan. But now that I have faith and stuff and understand it, I just look. I was like, oh yeah, that's that girl who got saved by Jesus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So horror movies aren't as freaky anymore. But yeah, no, that movie freaked me out. I still can't. That movie.
I can't.
I read the book. It's a good story. I mean, like, it won Academy Awards and stuff. But
did it?
Yeah, that movie freaked me out.
I don't know if
and Jaws terrified. I still haven't watched that movie.
But
that's a great story too. I've listened to the audiobook and
I still have 2 or
movie.
3 pictures in one of my drum cases of
sharks,
a shark mouth and your little smiling face.
Yeah, you guys
in the mouth of it.
Dicks. Just so you people know, like all the road cases had shark pictures inside of them with my head in their mouth.
Yep.
So every time I got tortured.
Yeah. And did you buy Scott the shark, the little squeezy shark that he used to keep on his amp all the time?
He used to put it on your amp, yeah.
Yeah.
We called it Tammy.
And rightfully so. She'll never watch this.
That's funny.
She'll never watch this.
But horror movies are great. Like I still watch them. I watched Escape Room the other day. Those are fun. I just don't take them seriously, but I do acknowledge the supernatural is a real thing at least in my brain. So some of that stuff can get this is a little real.
Yeah.
I think the first movie, I mean, I saw Poltergeist and all that when I was a kid, and I used to watch Nightmare on Elm Street, and to me it was just more like oddly entertaining, I guess. But like the thrill of getting scared, like when you go on a roller coaster or something, there's like thrill of getting scared. But the first one that like truly scared me was when I was in college, and it was The Prince of Darkness. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah.
And I think it was because there was
That's
this
Wes
concept.
Craven,
I don't remember who did it, but I remember there was just this weird concept about it, and it freaked me out. And then I think it's almost like something flipped, and I was starting to like identify like the evil and stuff. And And then I saw The Exorcist for the second time. The first time I saw it, it didn't faze me at all. I thought it was actually kind of dumb. And then the second time I saw it, I was in college, and it was like one of those, it was up at U of I, and it was one of those like President's Day weekend or something where most of the girls had gone home from the sorority, and there was like 12 of us left in this huge house. And we're in the TV room watching The Exorcist of all things.
Yeah.
And then we had to, and then when it was over, we're like, okay, well, I guess we're going to go to bed. Can we just all sleep together somewhere? We were terrified because we had 2 sleeping porches. And so then the 12 of us are separated, like in these 2 sleeping porches are on different floors. Yeah. And so then we were even more scared because, jeez.
No, that movie's freaky.
James just commented that The Exorcist was banned in many theaters.
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
I saw a thing with Rob Zombie. He was showing that people were like running out of the theater and throwing up and like,
oh wow.
Well, but think about it. That was like what, 1971, 72?
I don't know. What year did that come out?
The scariest movie before that was Psycho.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That terrified people. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, The Exorcist changed horror movies. I would
73. December 73. Yeah.
James says when he was a kid, the birds, the Hitchcock scared.
Oh, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
You'd see birds every day, not Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. I remember seeing the birds.
David says, "Are you scared yet?"
Yeah.
Is that a song?
That was the name of our first record.
Oh, yeah.
First record.
Yeah.
Are you scared?
I was scared.
Are you scared yet?
Well, Jenna checked in a couple times. She said she used to have a recurring nightmare about poltergeist when she was little.
Jenna did?
Yeah.
Poltergeist was awesome. It freaked me out too, though, when I was a kid.
Yeah, I remember being scared watching it. We were like in 4th grade when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My church, church I grew up in used to do this horror house thing for the youth group. And I'm like, as an adult, I look back, I'm like, why would they do that? And I remember being so freaked out, and that I came out crying and screaming and yelling like a little girl. And I was just like, I don't, to be honest, I don't know if they did it anymore after that, but it was different. In the 70s, I guess you could traumatize your kids.
Oh, we just got scared so easily. So the Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out in 74. I never saw the movie, but I was aware of the movie. Yeah. And so when we moved here, I was going into 4th grade, and my parents, we lived behind my grandparents' house, but there was like this hedge of trees that separated the 2 properties. And so when we'd go back and forth between the 2 houses, there was like this break in the trees, and we'd walk through this space. And I remember just being like, sometimes I'd have to walk between the houses like at dark, and I'd be terrified to walk through this thing by myself because I thought the chainsaw guy was going to come and get me. So my mom took me to the fair that year, and they had the haunted house. It's like in one of those trailers, right? And she's lollygagging through the whole thing. I'm like, we got to get through this. I'm scared. I'm like, all these things, they're going to scare me somewhere. I'm like, just get through it. And she's like, oh, I'm going to look at this display and that display. And then it had the scary, and she's like, I'm going to sit and listen to that. I'm like, Mom, it's not a performance. Like, it's meant to scare you. We get to the end of the trailer, and it's like one of those checkered rooms with all the strobe lights. And this dude jumps out at the opposite end of the room with a chainsaw. And he's got the thing running and cussing at us and stuff. And I lose my mind. And he thought we were already out. We were in there that long because my mom just wouldn't go through it like a normal pace like everybody else.
She had to.
So she thought they thought we were all out. And there was a couple that was coming through, like a teenage couple, and they knew them. So they were trying to scare them. Instead, they got me and my mom. And I came out just bawling. And they're like, we're so sorry. We're so sorry.
It's just Leatherface.
Like, here he comes. He's coming to kill us.
All right. So I think the last horror movie I watched was because of you.
Blair Witch
Project. Yeah. I think I went and saw it. I think Mary was out of town, and I went and saw it.
I saw it with you at the theater.
No, but I saw it before you with these guys.
Oh, I don't remember you going without me.
We went to the Flicks.
Yep. And then when Mary came back in town, I took her to see it, and she kept going, is this real? And I said, it's a movie. I know, but is it real?
Yeah.
It's a movie. She would ask me that over and over and over.
Yeah,
and over
but that was the whole marketing of that movie. Do you remember that? They had missing posters.
No, they had a website too.
Yeah, like it was like it was presented like these kids were really missing. Yeah. and this is the footage they
Yeah.
found, and they
Yeah.
were showing us the footage almost like a documentary.
And they found you standing in the corner facing the wall, and it was the scariest thing ever.
Yeah, I know.
But
And the
it's
thing
true,
where they
huh?
were like opening the
Yes.
little bag of what was it? Was it teeth or whatever? We can't quite see, and like all the noise. Yeah, when they go down
Anthony's
and you stand in the corner, I
brother-
lost it.
After that movie,
Yeah, didn't
he messed with me bad.
like a
'Cause
pile of sticks at your
I had a ferret,
Rocks.
and I came up to my front door, and there was like bloody meat with sticks in it, and it was all wrapped up like Blair Witchy.
Yeah.
And my door was unlocked. I don't know why that happened. I walked in. I thought somebody had killed my ferret and chopped it up.
Aw.
I was so pissed.
There, and then somebody would put a pile of rocks outside a door. I
Yeah,
remember
he
that.
messed with me for a little bit.
Yeah. There was
Funny guy.
I think that's the last
That movie scared me
kind
too.
of horror movie that I ever watched. And it was kind of because there was all that stuff going on, Jimmy messing with people, and
Yeah.
it was kind of funny for a little bit, but after a while I was like,
It wasn't funny.
come on, this
Yeah.
kind of turns my stomach a
Yeah.
little bit. Like
No, horror movies are, I don't know. They're just fun for me. Like some of them I don't. Like the Terrifier movies. Have you watched those?
no.
Straight up gore. This is not my thing.
Yeah.
But like I thought the Scream movies were pretty good. I'd like Cabin in the Woods is pretty good, you know.
Oh
I
man.
don't think I ever saw that one. One of the first scary movies I ever saw was The Watcher in the Woods, and it was a Disney movie. Do you remember that?
Yeah, because the girl's name was Karen.
Oh, really?
One of her sister or something.
You
It
and Rob
scared the
Zombie
crap
get
out of me.
along.
Sci-fi movies like Alien and The Thing, and I love those movies.
I like-
John Carpenter movies. Escape from New York is one of my favorite movies.
I like the
ever.
sci-fi stuff and the alien thing. Like Signs kind of creep me out, but I'll keep watching that movie over and over.
Which one?
Signs with Mel Gibson.
Signs. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like when
I don't think they
alien
like
walks between
water.
the two buildings.
Oh yeah, during the kid's birthday party
That's
or
the
whatever,
best.
or you see the leg turn in the corn.
Oh, yeah.
And I think another reason is like when I was
I'm full of anger. I really hate people.
when I was a
Right.
kid, I'm the only child. but
Yeah.
I was afraid of like everything.
Yeah.
So watching horror movies I didn't do that when I was younger.
hmm
So now I can kind of enjoy them and they're fun. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm still out.
It's a different level of
I don't like the Satan-y ones and all that
Yeah,
possession stuff
I
because
can't handle it.
I believe that stuff to be real.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right?
mean? So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
messing with
That's
it.
too much.
But give me a serial killer or a slasher. I'll watch
Well,
it.
I just watched the documentaries about the real stuff.
About what?
About the real stuff. Like all the documentaries.
Yeah,
about
Mary will
yeah.
Mary
true
will
crime.
watch like these true crime things on YouTube and then
Oh,
go to
man.
bed and then be up all night.
Oh, I'm not up all night from that.
And then she'll start there. I love being blissfully ignorant to things. Like I don't need to know the details of how somebody was murdered,
Right.
and trying to find their body and like I don't like that stuff consuming the space in my head,
I understand that.
and especially when it's real, right? Because I'm like, that's a real person that
Right.
went through that horror or whatever, and like I don't.
Well, I don't get enjoyment out
But
of
the
it. I
ones
think
that go through the court stuff and it's pretty interesting, especially how they catch people. And
yeah.
Well,
I-
like the murders up in
Oh, but U of I.
up at U of I,
Okay.
like that was like really horrible, but I don't want to know the details that
sure, no, that guy was
graphically.
he's a coward.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't want to know all the graphic part of that. Like I would hope and pray that would never ever happen again
No.
to somebody or
No.
and but I just don't I can't allow myself to get that emotionally
Invested.
invested in the
Sure.
story of it. Like cuz it's just
I think
there's
that
so
like
much horror that we're surrounded with like
Yeah.
constantly. It's like I have to put up these barriers around myself in order to stay happy. I
get it.
guess.
I
Does that
can
make
only
sense?
watch so
Totally.
much. Yep. But like I think there's the intrigue is the mystery of it, like trying to solve a problem. And because there's a lot of like especially middle-aged women who love watching true crime. Like we're just like drawn to it for whatever reason. I think there's like this intrigue of trying to solve the crime.
I like the justice of it. Too,
Yeah.
though.
Well, yeah, I guess there's that, but
You know what I mean?
I'm like I need to start sleeping with one eye open. It's like Mary's figuring
No,
out how to
that's
get
like, no.
around all the
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting.
That person made that mistake and that mistake and that mistake. Keep a list. I'm like, what's happening here? Well, we got a little far away from music,
Kinda.
but it's a show about life and music.
Well, Karen Comes Killing is kind of it was kind of a horror thing.
It started out as Dutch. Now you watch Black Mirror. It's a show.
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
It's a sci-fi kind of horror thing where they take say like technology that exists right now, but present it in a way that's how it can be detrimental to human existence. Like this one guy, like they have contacts now in for real, not in mass production, but as that you can take a picture with blinking your eye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they had an episode where it would record your whole day. So you could go back home and go, man, what did that guy say? And you put it up on the TV, and you can watch what happened and rewatch it. Well, this guy thinks his wife's cheating on him. So they go to a dinner party. He's like, put your day up on the screen. And she's been with this other dude.
Right. Yeah.
It just get those kind of stories.
Oh, weird.
And so not to copy that, but the idea of having individual stories that are under a Karen banner, meaning it's just going to be a weird subject or whatever. I like that. And it's gone more sci-fi than horror.
Yeah.
I like sci-fi stuff.
I haven't had it happen in a while, but I mentioned earlier that I have got a bad cataract in my right eye, and I had that in my left eye. So I had this surgery, and they put a lens implant in my eye. And so every once in a while, the light will catch it just right. And it's like,
it looks like
my eye looks like you're looking into a camera lens. And sometimes people go, they have like this little moment of like,
why is there a white spot in your eye?
I'm going to get surgery, so I'm going to have two.
You have 20/20 vision probably though, huh?
No, they would have to like reshape my eye to do that. So they put like, it's like basically putting a contact lens permanently in your eye. So this one's for distance, my implant is, and this one is like for more moderate. So I have what they call monovision. And so depending on the distance I'm looking, my brain will take over which eye is like being used more. It's really bizarre. It's weird to get used to at first, but after a while so that'll be the case when they do this one.
I'm farsighted. Yeah, farsighted. And they can't do the
LASIK.
Yeah. But they said if you have cataracts, like when you get older or whatever, if I would have that surgery later in life, I'd have 20/20 vision.
Wow.
What?
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
right.
I can see through walls with these things.
Exactly. In fact, my whole face feels warmer with those glasses.
I've been trying to burn you for like half hour now or whatever.
All right. Well, let's it's been 2 hours.
Well, did you have any questions you didn't ask?
You just wrote into me.
It's 9:09.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? What am I missing, producer?
I don't know. Did you have any questions you didn't ask?
There was some stuff I was going to talk about, but I'm going to wait till next week because I think next week it's just going to be me and a producer voice. But
you've got questions for Scott that you're going to share.
No. I'm looking through my list really quick.
What about you've got a shirt hanging there? Are you doing anything with that?
I can. Yes, I will in one moment.
You don't have to.
So when I read off the goofy holidays. Yesterday was National Coffee Day, which I know you're not a coffee drinker, but I have a problem, I think. If you say that you think you have a problem, you probably have a problem.
That's the first step, Fred.
Coffee junkie.
You have to admit it.
We launched, I say we, meaning Mary, launched an online merch store on Etsy.
Right on.
And the store is called The Merry Moon. And you can get your Fred Rock School of Drumming hats and shirts and whatnot there. And we've got some Drummergy stuff, but we also have some other music themed things. And because yesterday was National Coffee Day, we also have this shirt, which says, I heart drumming a latte.
A latte.
And it's a latte playing the drums. Can you see that? I'm trying to get...
It's folded up. It looks kind of funny.
It's folded. That looks all washed out. Was better back here, huh?
Yeah, it's fine in the back.
Oh yeah, you can see that better. There we go. So this is available for purchase. Everything's for purchase, right? on the Etsy store, the Merry Moon. Mary, could you put a link in the
I can try, yeah.
in the comments, even though we're wrapping it up? So that's kind of cool. We got
Some
so
of them are
we'll
goofy.
do it
Very cool.
next week. We'll show off the other shirts that we have.
Yeah.
Well, Mary was making some Halloween themed drummer shirts, and one was like there's 4 skeletons and one skeleton's holding up a drumstick. It says "Drummer's not afraid to stick out." Stick out, right? Another one is a pumpkin with kind of a frowny face, and then there's a pumpkin playing drums. He's all happy. It's called Trick or Beat.
Right on.
And so then she made a spider playing the drums. And so there's this really happy, like 6-legged spider that's playing the drums. And she put on the bass drum head, Webb Zeppelin.
That's a good one.
And so it had me thinking, like, okay, what other Halloween? I think you made a skeleton one. And then
there's a skeleton one.
So then I was thinking, like, what else do you decorate your house with? It's like, well, a stalk of corn. I'm like, can you make an ear of corn playing the drums? Like, so she made one, and there's like this happy, like, ear of corn playing drums, right? And then there's an empty bass drum head. I'm like, just call it corn.
Yeah.
But it's CORN
right.
instead of K.
Yeah.
But we have the backwards R on it.
Yeah.
So it's corn.
Get ready to wear it.
And then, right?
Yeah.
And then I was even thinking more ridiculous. I like,
he just kept going on.
What about a pickle playing the drums? And so we made one,
Okay.
or Mary made one of a pickle playing drums, and that's Dill Collins. He's the big Dill Collins. So there's some stuff like that. There's a cat playing drums. There's a dinosaur playing drums.
Well,
because the little kids come in here and
Yeah.
they're wearing like dinosaur shirts or shirts with robots on it or
Yeah.
whatever. And I'm like, okay, we need a dinosaur playing drums.
Yeah.
We need a robot playing drums. And so got all these ideas that Mary's working on.
What would you like to see playing drums? I
Yeah.
want a shark.
Do
I gotta get the shark.
one with Karen playing drums.
Oh,
What about Philly, Karen?
Try it.
That'd be hilarious. So just to remind people, like if you're seeing this live, great. If you're watching on the replay in the next few days, awesome. If you're rewatching this and it's been a year or 2 or 3 or 10, this information is irrelevant at that point. But Friday night at the Revolution Concert House is our
Stymie celebration.
It's gonna be awesome.
yeah.
And it's free. So if you knew Stymie or you like Brutal Season, Yuxote, Midline, Karen Comes Killing,
Yeah.
come celebrate. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah.
His son's gonna be here, Jace. He's been awesome through this whole thing. And yeah, everybody's gonna come out of the woodwork.
It's gonna be a good time hanging out with longtime friends and local musicians and sharing stories about Stymie and
maybe turning some people on to his music that haven't heard it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a good time. Jamie says, good to see you, Scott. Seals had a bunch of comments here. I can't quite keep up with all of them.
There are a lot of comments about the horror movies and movies that people watch.
So are you hungry?
Yeah. French toast.
Are you French toast?
With French
French
bread.
fries.
French fries.
Yeah.
And what was the drink?
And to drink, Peru.
Sorry about your mom, Ricky.
Sorry about
the international language.
Sorry,
That's
your
such a
mom blew
good
up,
movie.
Ricky.
Those are the movies I like.
love that. Those
The
great
doctor
movies.
said she'll be okay. She just can't eat any spicy food for a while.
That's right. Yeah. That's Lane, I've gone to this high school for 7 years and I'm no dummy.
Yeah.
I don't remember Booger.
Yeah, Booger.
Yeah.
That wasn't his character name, but
That's what they called him.
you're gonna
What was the name of the burger place? He had to wear that hat with
the
the big
pig in a poke.
The pig.
Pig in a poke, or
Pig in
and
a
they
poke.
did because they did the claymation of Van
Everybody
Halen. Everybody
Yeah.
wants some.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That's such a great movie.
And that was Porky. The
$2.
Oh yeah.
Yep. There's so much great stuff.
I like
in that movie.
I like the meme of that kid. They show him on The Price is Right, and he's standing there, and his bid is $2.
that was a good movie.
Lane, we need to talk about this car that's been decorating my driveway for however long.
Yeah.
That's such a great. We should watch that movie.
I love that.
Richie, Awesome job, guys. Richie, thanks for hanging out, man. And I'll see you Friday.
Is that Richie Sessler?
It is.
Hey, Richie.
It is. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Next week, I'm going to get back to talking about Chip Ritter's fundraiser for breast cancer can stick it. Chip was on the show last week and is doing a fundraiser thing. And and I just got April Samuel's book, Breast Cancer Can Stick It. So I'm going to start reading that. We'll talk about that next week too. So,
all right,
Scott, thanks, man.
Thank you for having me, brother. I love you.
Love you too. Let's go eat bacon and eggs and French toast.
I learned a new drummer joke.
What's that?
Oh. He's already laughing.
Stupid.
That's so funny already. It's so funny already.
What's the difference between a vacuum cleaner and a drummer?
I don't know.
You have to plug a vacuum cleaner in for it to suck. I got a zillion of them.
I got a zillion of them.
I love drummers. Thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah, man. Gary Pike. I said
Gary.
Park. Sorry, Gary.
Come up Friday, Gary. Come up
Yeah.
from Texas, buddy.
Gary, you can move back anytime.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah.
One of us. One
Yes.
of us.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Scott,
Okay.
thanks for hanging out. And I'm going to hit end.